Thanks for showing up for this amazing D&D session. I appreciate you being here. I am going to let my DM, the amazing man that he is, explain to you everything that's going on and allow him to set the story and to let you know everything that's going on up to this point, get you caught up, and who knows, maybe you'll fall in love with it too. Back to him.
Our story takes place in the grand continent of Uthra, once the home to the most powerful and wise peoples of all races. A utopia of grandiose thinking, innovations. Magics had never been so vast or varied. All peoples were prosperous in an age of peace and happiness. But seemingly overnight, silver fog overtook the known world, plunging it into chaos. The Golden Age is now long past, and in the past 100 years or so, progress has gone backwards. Magic's lost, history's forgotten. And now the reign of regal politics now dominates the balance of the world. Kings bicker over petty landlines and disputes of blood lineage. The land is now separated by a vast magical wilderness, coated in silver fog. Only the most prominent and well taken care of roads still exist, making any towns along these roads hubs of humanity. Outside the walled bastions, the silver fog carries its own dangers, able to move the environment and its denizens, making navigation difficult if not impossible. Luckily, there are places in the world within the fog that are anchored into place. One of those locations, a bustling city called Yetta O'Dare, where we find our band of heroes. One of which is Branch, a Feywild centaur with the lower half of a large deer, using bow and spear to exact revenge on the warkin who killed his family. Calliope Moonsong, a lush Kalishtar glamour bard, the center of all attention and a friend to all. Aaron, a half-elf divination wizard with a doctorate in archaeology and a knack for map-making. Tyrius Redgefist, a Satyr whispers bard, as keen with a rapier as he is aloof. And finally, Boris Steelgut, a paladin haunted by the past and seeking a brighter future.
To begin with, Beaufort had a hard morning, even after an even worse night. Ultimately, Branch had to pull him out of a pretty bad panic attack. Of course, this was after Branch got a better view of the destruction in the woods that we narrowly avoided the night before. Still unclear what caused all that damage, but the running theory is either a dragon or possibly a giant. Could be a nest of wyverns, ended up way further north than they're supposed to be, but again, unclear. Anyway, though, after a bit of back and forth, we all managed to get back on the road, and things were going well, until Beaufort started to get the sense we were being watched, or even followed. Luckily, it was just a bird. Unluckily, the bird carried a very powerful totem from the Black-Nosed Goblin tribe. Either to them or from them to someone else, we don't know, but ultimately, after much deliberation, it was agreed Branch would hold on to the totem for now. We didn't catch any other trace of the goblins in the area, but worth making a note of, so close to town. Moving on from that, we kept on down the road a ways further until Beaufort and Calliope started a mind link conversation that quickly turned into a full party conversation about Beaufort's past, his status among Dwarven society at large, and among the faithful of Morodin as a specific, and his place in our party. The long and short being this. He was tricked by the fog into breaking his oath, was betrayed and shunned by his people, but he's our people now. And that's that. Oh, and our list of enemies now includes Thizzle Battledigger, noted asshole. I will be keeping an eye out for that guy specifically going forward. And forward we went, pushing on through the day and into the night, making it back to Yetta O'Dare after days away. We passed on warnings to the gate guards of what we saw, boarded the horses for the night in the stables, and made our way back into the guild, finally. Branch went off to the room on his own. Calliope peeled off as well. Meanwhile, myself, Tyrius, and Beaufort stayed to the main hall and had a bit of a late night chat with an old contact of Beaufort's, Mason. I'm sorry, Mason, rather. He told us that we were the 13th party sent to find the Shireton cellar and the first to succeed. And ultimately, he warned us not to make enemies of the House of Red and Gold with all of our questions about the cellar. Too late to tell him that we already have made enemies of the Pendrake bastards, but I digress. Beaufort was given word from home and informed his old teacher, Miss Cavella, is missing. Eventually, after that conversation, the three of us realized that while we were talking to Mason, Calliope and Tyranny had been chatting at the bar, and Beaufort and Tyrius both proceeded to bother them a little. Tyrius more so. Beaufort was told off and went away immediately. Tyrius ended up being charmed by Calliope into sticking around for a while, but Beaufort and myself went up to the room. We left Calliope and Tyranny to enjoy each other's company. Tyrius eventually joined us later, and finally, after days away and all of that nonsense, we tucked in for the night, a new day waiting for us tomorrow.
Last session, you all kicked ass and absolutely annihilated some survival checks, getting you closer to Yedodare in a very reasonable amount of time, traveling a little bit into the night. You guys make it back to Yedodare to both turn in quests and get some new items with some of the items that you have acquired over your last couple of days of travel. With that, you all made yourselves a warm welcome back at the Adventurers Guild, which was primarily empty outside of a few late night drinkers that were talking business or just dwelling on a large tankard. Beaufort updated his guild card to get an update on his overall, his old card replaced just because it's been a while since he actually had it updated. What else? Calliope, you had rather dick little date with Tyranny, the Golden Eden, which ended with fun stuff and things, which we will get to the repercussions of such actions here shortly.
Repercussions.
I so warned you. I so warned you.
Oh, no.
But with that, we find ourselves in the morning after your guys' return. We'll say you guys slept in just because you guys have had a rough couple of days. So we'll say it's a good 10 in the morning by the time all of you kind of rouse from your various states of slumber. Some sleeping hard, some sleeping a little bit lighter than others. Yeah, so what are you all doing in the morning after sleeping in your own bed and bunkhouse? Aaron, your shadow stole your pillow.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did. I slept on my pack last night. But he took that into the shadow with him too, didn't he? So I'm not getting that back.
No, you're not.
Honestly, I was actually I had an idea since we're back in the city and kind of before everybody wakes up. Aaron kind of wanted to get up this morning, and since we're here, go to the temple actually, where all of the altars to the gods are.
The Temple of Many.
Yeah, because she's got a gift that she wants to leave on a certain altar. Actually,
Absolutely.
Thought you were gonna do blasphemy.
no, what you're dumb, and we all know it. No, she's never really been much of a person of faith. She knows of the gods in an academic sense, obviously. She knows the lore. She's been told the stories and all that her whole life, but Erin's never really been the praying type, I don't think. But in like even just this short amount of time in our travels, we've had a bit of attention from Morodin with Calliope, calling on blessings from Morodin and now with Beaufort. And Aaron's got kind of like this sense of like, maybe we show a little gratitude to this guy because for whatever reason he's kind of been looking out for us on the road. So I think, maybe not, it doesn't need to be a big thing, but like while the others are maybe still asleep or just starting to wake up, she's going to get up, get herself ready for the day and then head out of the room and go to the temple to light a candle on his altar, if that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And easy enough. The Church of Many doesn't ever really close, so it's easy enough for you to get in there in the pre-dawn hours, finding Morodin's shrine, which is adorned with this massive metal anvil, and it's inscribed on the front with a fist and hammer with an below with like a spark and shockwave kind of insignia around it. I will post the iconography later once I actually make that I like or find. But yeah, it is a stone and metal altar. So there are many like lit candles or base of the anvil itself. A couple are lit and small, others are taller. It's in various stages of worship.
Yeah. And the other thing that like she's going to light a candle for him, but so she came onto this quest with like obviously all her map making equipment. And the way I was thinking of that was Erin's obviously she's been raised by her grandfather. Her parents, they're gone. They were lost years ago when she was a kid. But they were adventurers before her. And this map making kit has served them well. It was one of the few things that was found of their possessions that made it back to her granddad. And it served him out on his quest before that. So it's like kind of a family heirloom essentially. Like she was sent out on the road like this was theirs and it was mine and now it's yours. It would have like the various different scrolls and all of that to make all like to actually draw the maps out on different colored inks and all of that and different quills. And I think Erin would leave one of those quills. The kit would have two.
Mm-hmm.
She only has the one now, and the other is left on the altar to Morodin as a thank you.
That's personal. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Because I don't know how much like I feel like she's just kind of kneeling in front of the altar. Like I don't know how much use a smith would have with this, but it's important, and you saved our lives.
So Morodin is one of his domains is crafting in general. Map mapping can and is qualified as a type of craft. There are many famous dwarven map makers in the setting of itself.
Would she know that? I don't know if she would know
This is
that.
common knowledge
okay.
for the realm.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that's all the more reason.
If you wouldn't mind, I had the same idea of waking bright and early to go to the Morodin altar. Can I come up on Erin behind her, like while she's doing this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna.
Because mine's a little bit kind of the same, but not really.
He's your god. I just
right, but I mean, I come up behind you, and I'll come up behind you, and I can tell you're like not struggling, but very much so. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here, and
I don't know what I'm doing. I just really wanted to say thank you for having our back.
I'm gonna come up behind you, and I'm gonna put, mind you, while you're kneeling, you're probably the same height as me, so I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder, and I'll say, "Don't worry about how it looks. It's intention. Intention is everything." And then I'm gonna kneel down in front of the shrine as well, and I'm gonna hold my necklace, my hammer, and in my own head, I'm gonna say a prayer, and I'm gonna say, Morodin, thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for the many blessings you've bestowed upon me and my new friends apparently now. And I don't know if you can hear her, but to relay her message, she's gonna say thank you as well. But yeah, this is just a moment to say thanks and keep showing your face. I love seeing it. And then I'll get up and I'll clap my hands and I'll say, if you wanna stay here, you can. I just wanted to come say a quick prayer, and I'm not gonna interrupt you, you know. But remember, it's not about how it looks or how you present. It's always about intention. Whatever your intention is behind it, he'll understand. And then I'm gonna walk away.
I think after a minute, like after he's gone, maybe she'd still stay there for like a minute, but then just kind of get up, nod her head towards the altar again, and make her way back to the guild hall.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, as you two make your way back to the guild, I assume everyone else is aroused by this time?
So yeah, Calliope is rocking Jeff's fuck hair.
Yeah, so Calliope, you will be rocking exhaustion for today, and on top of that, your skin feels like you have been at the beach all day. You just feel like that consistent stinging, like you've been sunburned.
Oh boy. Alright. So you said what level of exhaustion?
Just 1 point of exhaustion.
I'm dying.
There is a
Listen.
plus side to this. You are completely immune to charms for the next 24 hours.
Oh,
To
yeah.
what?
Charms?
Oh,
Just because. Just
Wow.
because.
that's a
Life
really
is a
nice
love.
perk, I have to say.
Put in work.
It's,
Wow.
yeah, it's my
little personal
flavor
touch.
because there's both risk and boons that come with bonding with certain individuals.
Mm.
That's
Like, as we're
Tyranny
coming back to
being
the hall.
a extremely powerful individual, there will be repercussions just because her primary affinities are not only with like radiance but also fire. So her specialties lie in radiant and fire damages.
oh
amongst
You
other
my
chose the
things.
human
gosh.
torch is what you did.
You were
Calliope
diddling
fucked
the
the
sun,
sun.
quite literally.
Diddling the sun. She's,
Can we get back to the
you couldn't
hall?
hear her, but she said, "Yeah." I heard her in the other room. She's like,
Mm.
"Yeah."
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We get back to the hall. We pass her in the hallway, coming back to the room, and she just looks completely
Disheveled.
worse.
Di-
Calliope is sore and just kind of
Mhm.
walking very slowly, tenderly.
Struggling
Her
a
hair
little.
is disheveled and a little singed.
can I as we're walking by each other, I'm not gonna say a word. But I'm just gonna lay on hands and just kind of like pat her on the back as we walk by, and I'll give you just like, I don't know if it's temp HP or something, but I'm just gonna, or for RP purposes, just try to help with the sunburn feeling. I'm just gonna lay on hands a little bit and say, here you go.
Good morning to you too, Calliope.
Calliope looks over at Aaron with the most wicked smile. Goddamn right, it's a good morning.
But Boyfriend, once again, not here. Still walking back to our room. Just not here for this girl talk. Not here for this girl talk. I'm out.
This is
I'm
girl
going back
talk.
to the room.
Mind your business.
Oh my god, Aaron Tyranny has such a great ass.
I
Oh my
bet
god.
she does.
Yeah.
Will she be joining us today, or is she indisposed?
Listen, I put in work, but she put in work on me. I don't know where my baby mama about to be. I know I need some calamine lotion though, so I'm gonna go find some.
CW probably has aloe in the alchemist shop. We'll find something for you.
Sweetheart, I think you must chamomile. You need aloe vera.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, either way, Somebody get me something. Preferably not alcoholic at the moment.
No? Shocker.
Listen,
I got set on fire or something.
I turn back when I hear that. I turn back around. I go, I have holy water. Just like
that'll work.
That'll just do more radiant damage,
yeah,
Beaufort.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm laughing. Beaufort's like, I got holy water if you want some.
Oh, I
Haha,
thought we were
Sparta.
trying to fight fire with fire. I thought it would help, but I'm open to anything at the moment. I just don't want to burn anymore. But it was a nice burn. I'd do it again. I'll probably do it again tonight.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Branch, are you still in the room?
Yeah, you're
Um,
hearing any of this?
No, Branch doesn't hear any of this. Branch is
Mercifully.
out in the forest praying with his revenge spear in his hand.
No.
Not
For
malice.
the yes, for the
Meanwhile,
for
I
the
just-
rest of my family and the death of my enemies.
I just picture Branch in like a small clearing just outside the city with like big trees around him, fog down by his feet, and just the morning dawn like shining through the trees as he's holding up malice up to the sunlight.
there's like drums in the background somewhere.
Yeah, you just hear
You will know blood.
Actually,
Blood for the blood god.
blood for the blood god, like dirt for the dirt man. That's crazy.
Glory to the High Queen.
So Calliope got it in. Aaron and Beaufort and Branch are saying various prayers. What is Tyrius doing?
Yeah.
Right?
He's gaining inspiration for his next ballads. Actually, it's not even going to be a ballad. It's going to be an ode.
An ode?
An ode? Oh no.
An ode to what?
My baby mama, we gonna fight.
Somewhere around that, yes.
Oh boy.
If I don't find Branch, since Branch isn't in the room, I'll go back to the room and see that he's not there, and I'm just gonna go sit down and chill out in like the main lobby area. Just find a table and sit down.
Yeah.
As you
Maybe
all
we
kind of
get
make it, yeah, you guys would actually smell like guild's like morning buffet already like cooked up and being placed out. Bacon, toast, pancakes, breakfast sausages, eggs of all sorts, loaf bread, fruits. Like it is a well thought out and bountiful kind of buffet set out for the adventurers every day.
Aaron, did you come and sit with me at the table?
Imagine so.
I'm gonna lean over to you just quietly. I'm not gonna say this loud. I'm gonna say, hey, you should. If I was you, I don't want to poke and prod where my hand shouldn't be. But if I was you, I'd fill 2 plates and then let your boy know that you got a plate for him.
Oh, Branch, yeah. Probably a good idea.
Branch.
Oh, my boy.
Yeah. And then Beaufort's gonna get up and Beaufort's gonna put his head in his hand and go, oh my god.
We're looking around. Branch is still in the woods.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna look at you and be like, come on, you gotta know. You just talked to him last night. You just talked to him. We gotta go.
I'm sorry. Look, okay. It doesn't help that like none of you can refer to him by name, so we gotta be vague about it.
Sure, I can. If you would ever tell me, I can. And then
I can't tell you.
Does he have a name?
No.
You wrote in the chat. How dare you? Shadow's feelings are hurt. But I'm gonna walk over to the buffet and I'm like, actually, Aaron, you stay here. Get him out. Talk to him. I'm gonna go get all 3 of us food and then I'll come back.
Okay, that's probably wise.
And so
she's gonna...
I'll go to the buffet line and start stacking plates. And Beaufort's plate's going to be mostly eggs, meat. There's not going to be really any bread. It's going to be mostly meat. And then I'm going to stack Shadow's with the same thing. And then I'm going to get Aaron some, like, a good variety, like pancakes, some butter, some, toast, egg, just kind of like almost like a breakfast sampler at Denny's but mine and mine and Shadows are gonna be mostly meat. And then I'm gonna bring it back in a minute.
Aw,
You're gonna
Buffers, your
see
dad's
Calliope.
coming out.
He's got to bulk up, so that's fair.
You gotta see.
And-
You're gonna see Calliope at the buffet picking out each piece of fruit, like assessing it to see if it's fresh enough, because she's making a plate for herself and Tyranny.
I'm gonna look. If I
like-
see you over there, I'm gonna look at you and go, "Do not. I repeat, do not get oranges. Don't do it. Not a good idea." And then I'm gonna just keep walking. I'm gonna let you take that information and then just keep moving.
Calliope nods and she goes back to assessing the grapes.
And meanwhile, Aaron is calling to Yume and just squeezing her ring finger. You're like, "Hey, I have food for you if you'd like."
You immediately like hear his bones kind of like shift as he goes, "Food, you say?" And you can kind of like see him crawling up through your shadow, not quite like breaking the surface, but like a person coming up from really deep water to shallow water. You just see him in like the shadow sitting beneath you. You see him just kind of like crawl up from the depths, not breaking the surface of the shadow at all, but just lurking just underneath.
He's so weird. He's so weird and awkward.
I'll yell from across the hall, "Hey!" To your shadow. I'm gonna say, "Hey, S-Man, what do you want to drink?"
S-Man.
His head just like pops out from like underneath Aaron's chair and just goes, whatever, water.
All right, cool. I'll get you some
He's
ale,
starving.
and then I'm gonna go grab me and him some ale, and then bring it back.
Get him some
Get him
juice.
some
He needs
water.
to up his blood sugar.
That needs hydration. Did you see how he heard how he said it? It said like his mouth was dry.
And the water, yeah.
Water.
If I hear Aaron say get him water, I'll say okay, fine, and I'll get him water and me an ale, and then I'll go walk back.
We're not getting him drunk first thing in the morning.
No, it's one to
Food
get him
first.
drunk. Alcohol raises blood sugar. That's the point. I was trying to get yeast from it raises the blood sugar, so that's why I was trying to get it to where it was going to be a full blown, just like almost like a what are they called? Belgian, I believe, Belgian breakfast. They drink beer in the morning, and so that's what I was trying to do is to help do that. But if I hear you say get him water, I'm going to say, all right, fine, I'll get him water, and then I'll get him water, and then I'll bring it all back.
They don't have any Pedialyte. He probably is like low on electrolytes. No.
That's why I said juice. He wants water. I was saying juice. You say beer. What do we? Just one of everything. Damn.
I bring it back to the table, and I set down my plate like it's hefty. I just like set it down, and then I walk over. I set Shadows down next to me or to you, and I just plop it down with the water. And then Aaron, I very gently just like set it down, and I'm like, here you go. And then I sit down, and I'm like, all right, let's dig in. And I just clap my hands together and start doing like this.
Thank you, Bofer. That's appreciated.
He's gonna come back with like a charcuterie board, and you're not gonna know how the fuck she put it together. Like, where did she get?
Where did you get Where'd you get the board? Like it's shaped like an artist palette. Where'd you even find that?
My baby mama can't eat this. All right, don't worry about my weight.
She can't just have normal peasant plates. She has to have a fancy plate. Understandable.
Every woman has their taste, as Buffer stuffing his face.
The plate that you set down for Aaron's shadow just vanishes. Same with the glass of water, just gone. And in the next second, on the opposite side of Aaron, you see an empty plate and an empty tall glass.
Before she even digs into her own, Erin is going to get back up and grab the plate and the glass and go back to the buffet, fill that back up for him. We're gonna do this as many times as necessary until he's not starving anymore.
Whenever you come
Just
back,
look at the table.
yeah.
He got 150 years to make up for it. Just grab him a second plate and call it a day. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm just look at the table and just be like, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna look out and be like, "Hey, S-Man, are you here with us, or are you following her just to see if he's there with us?"
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
The DC is fairly high.
Oh, okay.
He's everywhere.
You said perception?
Yes.
21.
Damn.
You do not hear or see anything around you.
Oh, okay. I'll say, well, all right, fine. And I guess I look at Calliope if she's. Are you sitting next to us, or did you just walk by?
Yeah, no, I'm sitting with you guys.
Okay, I'll look at you and I'll be like, I can't see him. I was gonna offer him some of mine while she goes back. I'm trying to be helpful here. I don't know if he's still here or not.
He's attached to Aaron. Like,
Oh, okay.
out of her shadow. I think the shadows are his domain, so he probably can still hear you or whatever. But like, her shadow is like his doorway.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he hid under the table or something, and I didn't know if he was like the boogeyman. And then I go back to eating.
He's just weird.
Everybody's a little weird. It's fine.
Why, if he's gonna pour 2 glasses of red wine.
What happened to no alcohol in the morning?
I told you I am awaiting my baby mama.
Goodness.
Oh, Lord.
Branch Tyrius, do y'all join us at the table?
Branch does eventually join, but he joins he notices everyone has an empty plate, and he also notices like they're just extra empty plates. And he's like, "Wow, nobody grabbed anything for me." And he like, I see everybody got a plate maker, but no, I'm joking.
Beaufort immediately is like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry. I thought you were out doing something. Oh no, I'm so sorry." Like genuinely,
This is why
You are a grunt ass man. No, I ain't make you no plate.
Aaron's like coming back to the table by this point. Like, see, I tried to say I was making one for you, and that they said, no, you gotta feed your shadow first.
Hey, listen, I thought you were out doing something. I apologize. I will gladly, if you want, I will gladly go make you a plate. I look at my plate, probably filled with like T-bone steak bones. I'm like, I'll make you the exact same plate I got if you want.
No, I just pat you on the back like, nah, I'm just joshing you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I
There was genuine terror and like sorrow in Beaufort's voice. Beaufort actually felt really bad.
Like, damn, my first day in a new party and I'm offending people.
Yeah, pretty much.
For those who are proficient in Arcana, please roll me a perception check.
I don't.
Does that include the bards?
If you are proficient in the skill, please roll perception for me.
I got a 12.
Jack of trade.
Very nice.
I don't think.
14.
Okay.
Of course you see it.
I don't. How do you check if you're proficient in?
So that would be
That little black
in
dot?
your skill box in the center of your character sheet.
Oh, I am.
Where you'd roll like a skill check. If you have a little black dot next to it, you can roll a perception check to see if you can.
Oh, wait, you said perception check, not an arcana check. Duh, you said proficient in arcana.
I rolled a 23 perception.
Ironically, the wizard is not proficient in Arcana, so never mind. Don't mind me, I'm just eating breakfast.
All right.
I got a 16.
I got a 23.
So, Calliope, you feel like there's this odd, like, shift in the air. It's not like anything bad, it's just like, I don't know, just feels different off today. Beaufort, to you, there is like this staticky wave that kind of pulses from the outside of the guild and kind of like hits the entire building like a tidal wave of energy almost, but not as like severe. Just like visually, that's what it looks like. This is a strong opposition of clashing affinities. Like if fire and water were in close proximity and they were both like very powerful casters of that particular element, it would have this same kind of effect. So say for instance, that's what I can leave it at with a 23.
So you said it was staticky. So what's the opposite?
It's just what feels like when it washes
okay.
over you. It just feels like a light static field, like how when you have a balloon up to your arm, hair stand up. It's that same effect.
Okay, I'll look over at Erin, and I guess Branch is going to go get breakfast, and I'll look over at Erin, and when she gets back, as she's coming back, and Calliope, and I'll go, did y'all... I lift up my arms. I imagine my hair on my arms is kind of not standing at full attention, but kind of just raised like goosebumps. And I'll go,
Goosebumps.
did y'all feel that?
Feel what?
Look over at Bofer. There's something wrong with the air.
Huh.
What? Wait.
What? And Beaufort's like stuttering just because he doesn't understand. He's like, remember when I told you I'm kind of like a student of magic? I did pretty good learning, the healing and everything and medicine. But I'm not that deep in it. I just felt something weird. And I look over at Calliope and I go, so you kind of felt it?
Yeah, something ain't right. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but something ain't right.
Did it feel bad?
No, it just feels wrong.
Okay. And then I go, well, I got stuff to do today. I don't know about you. I'm going to let it be. And I'm going to get my plate and go back up and go get seconds.
Like
Probably fine. We're all just looking at each other like, do you feel that? Nah.
Beaufort's got stuff to do today. He's not worried. He is not worried.
She's mindlessly fiddling with fruit and cheese. It's like, oh.
You think we're
Aaron's
under
gonna
attack?
lean over the table to Calliope, like, how, like, when you say wrong, like, wrong how?
Your mama ever tell you not to go play in a thunderstorm because, lightning strikes and then, lightning doesn't strike you, but it strikes near you and then you run in the house?
I didn't play outside much as a kid, so no, not really. But does that happen?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
interesting.
Wait, when I get back up to the line to grab seconds, Branch is probably up there, like, looking around, seeing what he's going to grab. I'm going to walk up behind him, and I'm going to say, hey, did you feel something like, staticky goosebumps?
Nope. Not a darn thing, brother. But did you, since you're asking me such a weird question in the food line?
In the food line?
Well, does that sound anything like familiar to you?
No, not at all familiar to me.
Does it worry you?
It sure does, because I've never had that happen to me before.
Well, let me rephrase. It's not bad feeling, but it's not good feeling. It's like somewhere in the middle.
Like a bad feeling.
No, it's like calm. It's like calm chaos. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So is that something like when you're in the sauna for like 10 minutes or so, and all of a sudden you come out and then the steam is evaporated and it's cold? That kind of chaos you're talking about?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like still warm inside, but outside is already like fucking cold, and you just want to go back, but you cannot because then, okay, I got it.
It's not bad. It's just like it's not like a good feeling because I don't know what it is, but it's not a bad feeling like, oh no, we're in danger. You know what I mean? Like, so I just didn't know if you knew about it because I'm going to be honest. I'm going to lean in close to both of them since they're both here. I'm going to go, I have stuff to do today. I am not looking to get into a fight.
Oh, okay.
Well,
it's like I have plans.
Are we leaving soon? Because
I don't think so. But if this thing is bad, if it's bad, and we end up having to do something about it, I imagine it's gonna take up most of my day, and I would prefer to get my stuff done today. You know what I mean?
I do. I see. I feel you 110%. It just feels like, see, if part of your day doesn't include us leaving, It might come to us during your day. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't get a choice if somebody wants to mess up your day. They just come by
Okay.
and mess it up.
Nothing
All
is going to
right.
interfere.
So I'm like, if this is like
It's
a
not.
thing,
This isn't.
and you
This
want to
isn't.
avoid this thing,
This
which is
isn't
like, I
like.
mean, there are stronger people than us around here. They can handle
Yeah.
whatever the thing
But
is.
it's not like immediate danger. But it could be something we check out later. But preferably, can we eat breakfast first?
I mean, yeah, I'm not leaving this line.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Buffer's like, okay, that's exactly what he needed to hear was, I'm not leaving this food line. And then he's like, okay, good. And then goes back to grabbing food.
Dude, you are a walking oxymoron, my friend.
Me?
Well, duh, you were talking.
Oh, fair. Okay. Hey, tough hands, it's a new day. We're going to be great. We're going to be good. We're going to be chill. And I point at him, I'm like, we're going to be chill. We're gonna have a good day. I'm a part of your group now. I'm a part of the glory hole. I'm a part of it. I changed my card and everything. Like we're
Yeah,
here.
that is true. But did you have an initiation ceremony? No,
what?
we didn't.
A what?
Oh my god.
You know that
God.
that means we gotta go get a barrel.
A barrel?
Yeah.
You know, join the glory holes, come with an enema.
Good luck with that. Buffer literally laughs and then goes, I'm gonna be real honest with you right now. There ain't nothing that gonna get up there. So I mean, you could try, but it's just gonna leak out. And I'm like, I'm the medical professional here, and I'm telling you, it's not gonna work.
What is it? Tedious just looks around. Jump him! He doesn't do anything. He's just, doesn't do shit.
What's happening? Aaron and Calliope probably just hear that and look up like, what the fuck?
Does anybody in the crowd hear him say, "Jump him"?
What's happening?
Bofer, if anybody turns to try to jump me, without hesitation, sword, spear. No.
I just want to ask them if they
No.
also felt something. Like, you said you had some, and I try to describe this feeling that I've never felt before. You said what? How did you describe it before? I remember.
I said it was like a staticky, goosebumpy feeling. Like it almost felt like a wave of like static goosebumps.
Gotcha. Since I'm not really like magically inclined, I'm like, yeah, I've never felt like a wave other than the wind hitting my fur. So like, you think anybody else has felt that? There has to be. Actually, no, we're avoiding this, right?
Listen, you make a good point. If we have to face it, we have to face it. I just would like to at least get something done today besides fighting something that I didn't necessarily have to fight.
Yeah, I put the last like slab of turkey on my plate, and I'm like, all right, let's just go then. Let's just go on with the day, and before it encounters us.
Beautiful. That's what I love to hear. And then I look at Tyrius, I'm like, I will put you into submission. I swear on everything that is good and holy. Don't you come near me with a barrel talking about an enema, because two things are going to happen. One, you're going to be sorely upset that it didn't work and it didn't happen the way you wanted, because that's just how dwarves are built. Sorry about that. But number two, I personally am not one to enjoy that, and I will fight tooth and nail. It will be a fight to the death.
Still have buttholes? Because my parents poop.
No,
What are you guys doing?
Dwarves are humanoid, but because they're so small, a regular sized enema wouldn't quite work because it's too big of a tube. It wouldn't work. So that's why it wouldn't work. It would just kind of spew out the sides. It wouldn't have any effect.
Just kind of sighs and goes back to her breakfast. Like, I'm not listening to that.
And so I look at Tyrius, I'm like, don't you dare.
And as this conversation's going on, the opening of the doors open, revealing bright morning sunlight pouring into the guild as several people look over at the where you see Tyranny strut in all of her glory, followed closely behind by two other individuals. I will be posting their art promptly. And you can see Tyranny and one of the other females, a dark-haired woman with green eyes. They seem to be giving each other.
Thank you for the follow, Savvy Summer. We
as
appreciate
a-
you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Third person walks in, another female, long red hair, red witch's hat, and a red dress with a pipe in her mouth. As I'm posting art.
Oh.
There is her.
Oh. Oh boy.
Oh, why can't I
You
find
lookers.
her?
Quite the looky loos.
So she found her friend.
Well, hello, my lady. How is it going?
Yeah, we
Right?
out that bitch, serious.
Right?
What?
Kind of coming up route that I done did. There's plenty of them to
It's-
go around.
I think it's.
Why'd you come at Tyrius?
Oh, Sirius knows why I'm coming at him. And Calliope eyes him.
She gonna blow up his spot right now.
Oh my god.
She's gorgeous.
So what in the Carmen San Diego? Oh my god.
Nine the Carmen San Diego.
Oh yeah, the by the way, the how you doing was for the red one.
I figured.
What?
Oh yeah,
Ah.
he just has foresight. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a
Oh,
beautiful photo
he's a piper. That's
So
all
wait,
you
which
need
one
to
are we
know.
looking? Are we looking at Morrigan or the Black Witch, or are we looking at the Red Sorceress?
Both of them.
Oh,
Both
Both
of
of them.
Yeah, so it's these
Both
two
of 'em.
plus tyranny kind of like walking in unison. The red sorceress seems to be completely aloof, just staring ahead with a light smile on her face as she inhales deeply from this long pipe. Calliope, as you walk up, you recognize the scent of this particular tobacco.
Is it the dwarven one, or does it smell like the elven cigar that we have?
This smells like an earlier encounter, something similar to that of tobacco you smelled in the bathhouse.
Oh! Oh no! It's one of the ladies that pissed off in the tub!
You what? You what? Aaron's like leaning over the
Excuse
table
me?
to Calliope, like, what did you do?
When Mitch said she's gonna suffer the consequences of that night, he meant
What did you
more
do?
than just debuffs. That's crazy.
Calliope.
wait. So
Calliope,
before
honey.
this happens, are we all at the table, by the way, or is it just Calliope, Aaron, and Tyrius?
You guys would all have been gathered.
Okay.
As this trio walks in, Morgan and Tyranny kind of like giving each other competitive death glares. You can see like the static electricity kind of like between their glares. As the red sorceress is just completely on a different planet right now, as she's just strutting in unison with everyone.
Is this the electricity thing? The feeling I felt whenever I see her?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I look at Calliope. I'm like, you're in so much trouble. You're in so
What
much
did
trouble.
you
You're
do?
in so much trouble.
We know who you did, but what did you do?
I just brought her home. I had to have a laugh. They weren't in a laughing mood. They were trying to relax. That's when I braided my hair. She helped me pull my hair. Okay, I don't know what you want. And Calliope is gonna get up from the table and start walking towards Tyranny.
No.
Whoa.
I stop her. I'm like, Calliope. It is better to have numbers. Sit down.
Oh my god, where are you going?
And
I look at Aaron. I'm like, call on your boy. Call on your boy.
Oh my god,
Grant's just
you
so
stop
confused.
her.
He's like, what is the ruckus? Like, what's so fantastic about these people? What
I
does
look
Grant
at Branch and
Angry
Tyrius.
ladies, Branch.
I look
Hot
at
angry ladies.
since Calliope got up and walked away. I look at all of them. I'm like, remember the tingly feeling that I said I felt? I don't know if it's good or bad. It's that one, and I point at the women over there. I'm like, it's that one.
Oh,
Oh,
so
no.
those girls are trouble.
They
It's
are
that-
mad.
no.
What are you pointing
Tyranny
again?
sees Calliope, she floats up in the air and zooms at a rate of speed, putting her arms around your shoulders and giving you a light peck on the cheek. She goes, "Good morning."
Oh God.
Like,
Oh.
people are kind of nuzzle her.
Wolfer, which one did you point at? The red one or the black one?
Was it the red or the black one that was emanating the static?
That would be Morgan, the Black
Morgan,
Witch.
Black Witch. Okay, yeah. So
the
I point
other-
at
the other female that has very draconic features.
Yeah, I point and I go, the one with the pointy ears.
Oh, good.
Both have pointy ears.
I want to chat up the red one so I don't need static energy.
Erin's like covering her own ears self-consciously, like, "Hey."
No, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. And
I know.
also, Steven is
Ah.
referring to the NPC art, but he's like,
I know.
he's
I'm
like,
just giving you. The player, am giving you shit.
oh, okay, got you. No, I look at you, Aaron. I'm like, I'm not joking. I know that your boy's probably all like filled and probably wants to take a nap now. You need to call him.
He's not answering. I told him to stop her.
Oh no.
Called him by name. He's not listening.
I'm gonna grab my necklace and go.
Oh, did you call him by name?
I literally said, "Yum, stop her," but I think it got caught in the
Yep.
Stumble.
If that's the case, you would have heard in your mind, it's not such a bad idea. I mean, or not such a bad problem. I mean, it just seems like a little bit of friendly competition.
What kind of competition? What are you talking about?
I mean, I wouldn't know myself, but it doesn't seem lethal.
Buffer's gonna grab
You're-
his hammer
you're sure about
necklace, and he's gonna go,
Mhm.
Morodin, please, God, protect Calliope at any cost. I don't know what is about to happen, but something's gonna happen. That won't. And I point. I'm being intentional, very intentional, and I point. I'm like, that woman over there is very upset and giving death glares. Morodin, please do not let any harm come into Calliope.
Oh Lord.
I see.
Can I-
is gonna look up at Tyranny. So, you found your friend?
Can I look at kind of inside the tiefling girl? If it's like jealousy or just out of curiosity or?
Yeah, give me an insight check. And as you roll that insight check, Calliope, as you ask the tyranny, she smiles and goes, "Yes, but she's not much of a morning person. That's usually when her bitchy face is on first."
Did we hear that?
As you hear Morgan just click her tongue and go, "It's whatever. I don't really care. Just get this over with. I'll be better after a few glasses of wine."
I rolled an 18 for insight.
This person just seems to have a extremely high level of bitch face.
Ah, okay. So no jealousy, no kind of prejudice, nothing.
Nope, she's just not a morning person, and she has a really strong bitch face.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
And so,
do
and
you
like-
relay that to us?
Oh yeah, of course, especially
Okay.
for Wolfer.
And I would
Wolfer.
also be just like, okay, so Shadow Man's saying that it's not lethal. I'm still eyeing these women from across the room, like, maybe we still keep an eye on her, but it's probably fine, right? It's probably fine. I'm looking at Tyrius.
Yeah, Buffer. No worries, don't worry. Just try not to make sudden moves, and especially not make any remarks on her looks. That's the main
Right.
important because she's
Oh,
going
no.
to jump you and shove your enema up your ass.
Okay, enough with the enema.
I was just emphasizing the seriousness of the case.
And Bofer's gonna go.
Enema.
Bofer's going to continue to hold his hammer necklace, and he's gonna go, no, nope,
Yeah.
nope. And
Yeah.
Bofer's just gonna sit quietly.
Right.
Now both hands are on the necklace, and he's just gonna close his eyes, and he's gonna sit. And he's just gonna close his eyes and sit.
He's just meditating with
Yep.
Morodin.
Yep.
Right as Tyrius is talking to the friends about not commenting on the way, the Black Witch looks more than look. Calliope's gonna look over at her. Oh, well, she's entitled to a little bit of an attitude. She has excellent taste in accessories, and she's gonna wink at her.
She is decked out in a lot of like jewelry, but you'll also notice that there's like small bones mixed into her necklaces and earrings, a lot of gemstones, a lot of emeralds and topazes specifically.
Ooh. Pretty.
The Red Witch is just wearing the dress that you see, and she seems to have like a small heavy belt around her waist that's kind of like tilted to one side, and you see she has like a some sort of like waist bag, but it's probably like a good 18 inches across and maybe a foot tall. Anyone who has ever done shopping for a bag of holding, this is a custom made bag of holding that she has.
Holy
Uh,
crap.
as Tyranny goes, "Oh yes, let
Not
me introduce
designer
you."
bag of holding.
Yeah,
I dying.
A Gucci bag of holding. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
she rich girl, all right. She can do what she wants.
Oh
I
my
see.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Uh,
Damn.
Practical diva. Yes.
We
As
love to see it.
Tyranny kind of takes one of her clawed fingers and gives like a wave. Morgan walks over a sorceress, and Tyranny introduces you. Friends, these are older friends. Meets Morgan, a person of similar prowess as myself. She's a black witch as opposed to myself. She is again adorned in platinum, gold, and white. And she points over to the red sorceress and goes, "This is Red, also known as Scarlet. She goes by a couple other aliases, but I'm not going to ruin any surprises." As Scarlet kind of looks at you and goes, "Why, hello. It is nice to meet you all."
Oh,
Like,
that's not
Miles
over your
White. I
tongue,
remember
huh?
that voice.
Bofer is still eyes closed, hands on necklace, just not here. Just nope, I'm not dealing with this because that knowing that that power came from like way over yonder and I felt it here, that's terrifying. Not quite as terrifying and PTSD inducing as the fog, but still like not cool. Bofer's like, "Nope, I'm not here. I'm not here."
Wow. Calliope is just loving that she's in a circle of powerful women. She's like, oh my god, I'm in heaven.
Is this the one with resting bitch face?
That's
Morgan is the
Morgan.
one with the resting bitch
Morgan.
face.
Got it.
Red or Scarlet. She has a very kind of aloof expression. Her eyes are always kind of wandering about, and she answers slightly late or lazily. Speech pattern is very, very slow.
I'm gonna lean over. I'm gonna lean over to Aaron, and I'm gonna very gingerly just say, "Hey, is it okay if I open my eyes?"
Yes, dude.
Okay. And Buffer's gonna take his hands off his necklace, and I'm gonna open my eyes and see them, and I'm gonna go, "Okay, hi, very nice to meet you. My name's Bofer," and he's going to slowly, almost hesitantly, put his hand out to shake hands. He's just like putting like you know how people when they go to shake hands with someone they don't like, they like turn their head away, like kind of like this. He's kind of like
Are you talking to Morgan or Scarlet?
whichever one spoke. I believe it was Scarlet. I'm gonna
A very, very like gentle touch to your like fingertips as she gives a very light bit of pressure. Very, very regal.
Oh, okay. And then so Buffer relaxes a little bit and goes, "Okay." And then he knows that Morgan's the one with the power, and so he really sticks his hands out and he's like trying to keep his head away and he's like, "Hi."
Discount Red. She's just like chilling right now. I think he's a present.
And I'm once again
Red's eyes.
I'm gonna introduce myself again and be like, "Hi, my name's Bofer. Nice to meet you."
She towers over you, like she is
Oh,
quite
so
tall,
it's
just
up.
like
So it's
Tyranny.
up,
Yeah.
like this.
So as she like looks down at you, her eyes like flare up this bright emerald green, and all of her like expressions turn really dark as she kind of like she has an intimidating aura about her. Like Tyranny is just a heavy presence. This person is scary. As she looks down at you, you suddenly feel her hand wrap around yours, and in she goes, "It's been a long time since I've had a polite dwarf greet me in such a way." And she sits down next to you.
And Beaufort immediately, all the fear leaves his body, and he's like, "Oh,
She speaks my language.
And Beaufort back in Dwarvish goes, "It's very lovely to meet you, and I'm very sorry for the timidness of myself, but I felt your power from a great distance."
Well, at least it's good to know that you are not an idiot.
Beaufort laughs, but it's like one of those laughs that's like,
It's the
like
nervous laugh.
Yeah. And he's like,
And Erin would have caught that too. She speaks Dwarvish.
and I would have been like, "Oh, okay." And I look at Tyranny, and I look at Red, and I look back, and I go, "Do you?" And back in Common, I go, "Do you hail from Dwarvish, like descent or something, or did you hang out with the dwarves for a while?" Most people I've ran into. This is, and I point at Aaron and I point at Calliope, and I go, "These are the first two I've met that weren't dwarves that speak Dwarvish," and so I'm just curious.
I have a long and exaggerated history with the dwarves. Many mountain homes, but it has been a long time since I've been a welcome guest in the mountain homes.
I immediately Beaufort's like, "Hey," and I'm gonna gingerly, very politely, I'm going to put my hand like up for a high five and go, me too, and I'm like,
You see a spectral hand that looks very draconic. It has like scales, but the mage hand itself is like ethereal and almost looks skeleton-like as it goes over and hits your hand, like vanishes.
I'm like,
Mage
"Yeah."
hand high five.
And then I look at them and I'm like, "Cool, me and her are in the same boat." And he like puts his head down and goes back to eating. He's like, "God, dude, it's like embarrassed. He's embarrassed because he didn't realize that he didn't realize that this person of immense power would be polite to him. And so he's like super embarrassed that he acted like a child."
And Mitch, between the flare up of like her energy and just like the presence of her being, would Aaron be able to do a history check on Morgan, see if that name sounds at all familiar?
Yeah, absolutely. You can also
Okay.
roll either Arcana or Insight with this.
That is actually a good point. Can I roll a history as well?
You may.
I got a 15 for history. You said history and insight, possibly?
Either or.
Either or. Okay. But 15 on the history check. So it's one of those things. Like I'm looking at her, I'm like, I should know who this is. I think.
Yeah, I
do.
don't. I do not. It's a 4.
Oh no!
It's a 4.
Oh no!
In Dwarvish history, there are several points in which there was a Morgan that was announced as Dwarven court mages that represented specifically the
You're starting to
mid-tier-
cut out a little bit, bud.
God,
sorry.
I hate this.
I'm sorry. I didn't want you to get into your spiel and only hear every other word.
Yeah, so there was a few mentions in Dwarven history of a Morgan being a court mage for Dwarven.
Mage for dwarven nobility. I got.
Yeah, so she's essentially, there was mentions of a Morgan being a Dwarvish court mage.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, Beaufort's just totally taken aback by the fact that there's somebody else who is not necessarily akin to the Dwarvish people.
Aaron, meanwhile, would be a little like just kind of like observing her and would just kind
I'll
of
be right back,
nod her
guys.
head respectfully. Nod her head respectfully to the lady, be like, "It's an honor to meet you."
She nods. Could you roll me that insight check if you wouldn't mind?
Sure. Oh, please be good. Let's go. 22.
As soon
God.
as she like nods and you make like direct eye contact with her,
Oh,
you
no.
realize that her affinity is the same as yours. She is a shadow affinity, and a very
Yeah.
powerful one. Like, if you were to compare yourself to your shadow's aura, like, he would be probably like looking at Empire State Building. Looking at her, like, just in like the presence value of her like power shadows.
Okay, I got looking at
Half.
my shadow is like looking at the Empire State Building. Looking at her is like what?
Is
Yeah,
like looking at a Titan.
Oh, tight. Okay, yeah. Like I figured, given her aesthetic and her general vibe, I figured shadow was her domain. I didn't think it was that powerful, but okay, good to know. Good to know.
It's a similar feeling to when you look at Tyranny.
I'm like standing at the base of a mountain right now, just like
Yeah.
looking up at the peak, and I can't even see it. It's so high.
Yeah, it's the equal and opposite to Tyranny.
In that instead of staring at the sun, I'm like staring into like the abyss,
Yep.
and it's staring back at me, but it's a person.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Activated.
Erin's gonna kind of like freeze in place. Like I don't really know how she would react to that, except to be like, okay, taking this information in. She's gonna look over at Tyranny, like, you have some very interesting friends.
Oh, we've been friends for a long time.
I can imagine.
But anyways, what are you all doing for the day?
I believe my diary just. Sorry, my agenda just freed up. I'm still working on my diary, so don't mind me.
Erin's gonna look at Calliope, be like, did you have plans today?
Well, I'm gonna run to the general store and I catch up with Debbie. But I think I might take it with my book.
Question. And I'm kind of looking at the table at large here. It was brought up yesterday, and we still haven't addressed this. Are we ever going to have like a funeral or something for Noodles, or at least bury him? Because I'll look at Tyranny. I'm like, because I believe he is still in that lovely pocket dimension that you have, waiting to be
yes.
put to rest.
I'm going to bring that up, but
Safe as can be.
Hmm. I wonder, is there some kind of graveyard here in Yet Old Air? Mitch?
There is like a place that you can bring bodies, and they will either cremate them or bury them, depending on the. There is like a small bit of. There's like crypts below the city, but it's not particularly large. There is a much larger graveyard just outside the city. Is
Mhm.
consistently blessed and silver powder to prevent the undead from taking.
Oh yeah, that's handy. Because yeah, it's been several days and we still haven't addressed that. I'm realizing, not to bring the mood down so early in the day, but
should
yeah.
we bring that up to like guild officials or something like that? Do they have a process or something like this, or is this something
Yeah.
we should go about ourselves? Okay.
That's an
Yeah,
excellent
you
question.
can inform the guild and they to the party history that there was a law. They will take the card and put it into files to be logged away in case any deviance against it. Family give that back. Yeah, and if there's any like memento or anything, take those as well. Other than that, they leave like the body to the party. The guild is just like a hiring company. You guys are like family to the person, I guess, would be a good way of explaining it.
Closest to like next of kin.
Yeah.
I looked at Tyranny and asked
Tell them that
her.
part of our party got kidnapped by another party. Can we report the right?
That's
Yes.
Yeah,
also
we
what I was going to do because we do
yeah.
have a witness. We do have a witness.
Yeah, we should probably make mention of the fact that Kala has been abducted and is still missing, and so is Hal.
And our
We should
mouse
probably
friend,
tell
we
somebody.
need to make sure that he's okay. This
Yeah,
is our
where
first
is
day back.
Udon?
Calliope reaches into her boobs and pulls out a little.
Is he okay? Is he okay in there?
You've been giving him the healing touch in there, I hope.
Mm.
Oh yes, he is preserved. There is no ambient rot or damage to him.
I'm back.
Oh no, not to Noodles, to Udon.
Oh, if you guys
In
are checking
Calliope
up
Cities.
on Udon, where did you get him?
In the boob. It's in the
In
boob.
Calliope
All right.
Cities.
All right. Udon has he is again as he kind of looks about from underneath Calliope's collar.
Aw.
Mhm. Alrighty. I asked her if it'd be cool if she came with me to the guild air association to give his body to them, as well as maybe, you know, do an investigation. I'm not telling her to play a witness, but I would like to. Hello.
I would very much like to assist you in this. However, my presence being revealed to the guild may cause more complications than is currently needed or wanted.
I agree with that.
Why is that? If you don't mind my asking.
I mean, she doesn't have an ID, right?
I
Well,
am a very powerful entity that has had a colorful history with a great number of people, in which I still do not know the power structure of this current political climate.
You're a little too big to want to reveal yourself right now to the big guys. I feel that. Okay.
fair. Fair, especially considering, again, lowering her voice some, but especially considering the people that had you imprisoned are kind of a big deal around here.
That is part of the issue, yes. As she looks around and sees that there's like Pendrake flags like flying from the third level banister, along with
So
several of like the Pendragon shield sigils there around this guild.
I imagine she loves that.
I apologize for stepping away.
Are we reporting the
did I-
Pendrake then?
What'd you say? I'm
Are
sorry.
we?
Are we reporting the Pendrake then? Because
Would
this
that
place is basically founded by them or like funded by them. Would it even be in our best interest, or do we just wreak havoc?
might paint a giant target on the back of all of our heads?
Real quick, can I? I just got back from putting my daughter to bed. What did I miss?
Oh,
Not much.
we were discussing funeral preparations for Noodles.
Oh, great. What is this about?
And-
What is this about Pendrake's?
The fact that they might have been the ones that killed him and stole Kala and Hal, and whether or not we should say anything about that to the people that are in their pocket.
Okay. Well, I also, Branch and Calliope weren't with me, with me, you and Tyrius when we talked to Mason either, and so I'll unload the fact that, it's been red and gold this whole time, doing the whole sending people to die, and on top of that, they're the ones pulling the strings for most of the deaths that go on when it comes to adventuring parties. So I
Yeah,
unload that.
too. I forgot about that.
And so, and
I
I
don't know
go,
how I forgot
and
that.
I lean in and I go, is wait a minute, is Scarlet and Morgan still here?
Oh yeah, they're still at the table. Scarlet is currently toking pipe. As she exhales, she goes, "Silento for Aniru." As a ring of smoke kind of encompasses the table, and all of a sudden, all the outside noise suddenly silent as she puts a barrier around the table.
I point and I go, I know that trick, and I love it every time I see it.
Oh,
and I pull out a little like tin of tobacco. I'll put a pinch in and I'll go, all right, so here's the deal. My insider info on our current enemy, the I'm gonna call them the P's for now. Because even though, and I look at Scarlet and I go, I don't know exactly how deafening this spell is, but I know it's pretty good. I'm still gonna try to speak in code if that pleases you.
Scarlet just looks at you and goes, "There will be no breaches.
Okay, cool.
Assuredly so."
Cool. And I'm gonna if Morgan's still sitting next to me, I'm gonna offer her a pinch of tin and see if because she hung out with the dwarves forever. I'm gonna offer her some, see if she wants any.
You offering the Dragon Lady dip right now?
Yeah, it's not dip. It's not like Copenhagen. This would be more along the lines of like Red Man, where it's just like whole tobacco leaves crunched up in a can.
Nice.
She looks at you and Morgan just goes, "That's probably not the best idea at the moment. Appreciation, though."
And he goes, all right, cool. You just said you hung out with dwarves, so I some of us do this, some of us smoke. I just prefer this because I don't like it in my lungs, and I close it. And I go, okay, so the Pendrake's actually from my informant, which Aaron and Tyrius got to meet. They are actually the ones behind a lot of this stuff involving death and despair towards anybody and everybody. And on top of that, he has offered a helping hand to me personally with this endeavor. And the exchange we made was I offered him a boon. And at any point in time, he may call upon me and I will go and I will help him. And if you would like to join me, you can. I offered that up to Aaron and Tyrius as well. You don't have to come with me, but if he calls upon me while I'm with you, you can come with me or not. It's up to you. But I owe him a boon, and he's going to help us out with either silencing or taking out or somehow degrading the power of the Pendrakes in totality. And I look at Tyrius and I look at Aaron and I go, that sound about right? Is that kind of that's kind of the information that I believe that we received?
Branch
think that
said,
was
and
the
he
gist of
wasn't
it.
invited to the plot.
You were sleepy. You went up to the room right away. Your leg hurt.
And I'll go, also, do y'all remember my teacher who I told y'all about yesterday, Miss Covella? I asked him about, hometown, how home looks, and I look at Morgan and I go, he actually said that home looks a lot better. Apparently they're building a lot and they're doing a lot of renovations and building more for some reason. I said, but he said that my teacher, the woman who basically taught me everything I know, he hasn't seen her in a while, which is concerning to me. It does not have to be concerning to you, but it is concerning to me. And maybe one day, if y'all are okay with it, I would like to make a trip up north to home and figure that one out.
Because that would be a cause for concern, I think. She was the only one that stood for you when everyone else turned against you.
Yeah.
So if she's missing, that can't be good.
And I turn it in Dwarvish to Morgan, and I say, I was excommunicated from the church for killing innocents. That wasn't my fault. The fog tricked me, and Mr. Battledigger turned me in and lied on my name to everybody, and I was excommunicated.
What was his name? Fizzle?
Yeah, Fizzle Battledigger.
Fizzle. Aaron's gonna say his name kind of just ugh, Fizzle, and spit to the side.
Her eyes soften towards you ever so lightly. Both check. DC will be fairly high.
What is it?
Insight check.
Insight check. Okay. I'm just talking to someone who seems to be at least a little nice. Oh, please, God. Oh,
Come
no.
on.
15.
He's not bad.
She seems to have a bit of recognition of your situation.
And if I notice there seems to be some recognition, I'll point out the fact I said if I could find Covella and bring her. This is in common. I'd say if I can just find Covella and bring her in the loop as to what I've been doing and how I've been trying to make my way back into the good graces of Morodin. And I look at Morgan. I go, actually, would you know about? I grab my necklace and I say, I haven't heard from him in years, and all of a sudden, here and there in the last couple days, he's been doing things, and it may seem like nothing to the average person, but to somebody who's been, severed, has intentionally had his ties severed. There's been some signs here and there, and would you know about anything like that?
There's one thing I know for certain. God's work ways, good dwarf.
Yeah, that's true. I point at my tin can of tobacco. I go, "That's what this is for," and I put another big piece. I'm now full horseshoe, just full horseshoe across my bottom lip, and I'm like, "Yeah, I get it." But anyways, yeah. I basically, I look at everybody. I'm like, basically, I have eyes and ears on the entire Pendrake group from my informant. And I look, I think about telling them his name because he's supposed to be like a spy, and I'm like, nah, I probably shouldn't. It's fine that those two met, but and I'll look at Calliope and Branch, and I go, if y'all want to meet him sometime, let me know. He's a good friend. But it's kind of like a whole secret thing. So I don't want to bring him out in the daylight. We'll probably, if y'all want to meet him, we can bring him back at nighttime, and we'll have a discussion. But anyways, yeah, basically I have eyes and ears on the entire Pendrake group as a whole, and I actually have help in bringing the tower down, if so choosed.
Oh, the tower. Bringing that up. I was going to say, Beaufort, you weren't here for this, but like the first day, I'm still on that tower thing. Gaston has like this relic from before the fog rolled in. It's like
As
an
you
old
should
wizard's
still be
tower.
on.
I'm still pissed about that tower. You just see a
I'll
look
never
come over
forget
her
that
face
shit.
like, oh, that motherfucker.
I look back at you and I go, what's
Remember
that?
when we were gonna go steal it? Like our
Yeah.
first adventure, we were like, "Fuck this guy, let's go get it, pussy." Let's
I still
Yeah.
want it.
die.
I
It's
never forgot.
wasted on a fool like him. Oh,
Yeah, so is air.
yeah. Oh. I want that tower. Damn it all.
Somebody's dark today.
It's the last thing I do. I'm taking that tower. It belongs in a museum.
It belongs in the museum.
It doesn't belong with his ass, I'll tell you that.
Okay, well, can we use it first? Damn.
Anyway.
Beaufort's excited about y'all all talking and having fun, and I'm gonna look at Tyrius across the table, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, I remember yesterday I asked you and Branch to kind of guide me to like the leather worker, with leather guy and the blacksmith. Do you think are y'all heading there today?"
I remember, but I don't remember talking about going there.
Okay. Would you mind? And I'm trying to be genuine. I'm like, would you mind taking me there? And I look at everybody at the table. I'm like, I would love to sit and have a big discussion about all the fun things we're gonna do when the Pendrakes are on their knees in front of us. But I do have stuff that I gotta do today. If you don't mind, I'm gonna excuse myself, and if Tyrius wouldn't mind like walking with me, I need a guiding hand to show me where things are.
Sure, why not?
Side quest.
Yes.
And I'm gonna get up from the table. I'm gonna clear. I'm actually gonna grab if there's any empty plates or any empty cups. I'm gonna grab them and I'm gonna walk them over to like where I think they should go, like over by where like the bar is and where like the back door to the kitchen is. I'm just gonna walk and set them over there.
Aw. Buffet etiquette.
And then I'm gonna hey, dwarves were raised to wage
With
war,
manners.
But politely. So
We'll kill you respectfully.
respectfully, of course. But I'm gonna if Tyrius, if you're cool with it, I'm gonna
piss on somebody's grave.
I'm gonna go grab my backpack from upstairs 'cause I probably didn't bring it with me to eat breakfast, and I'm gonna grab my knife, my gauntlets, and my cape, and I'm gonna put it all in my backpack, and I'm gonna strap up and walk out with you.
All right.
And meanwhile, again, so did we decide what are we doing about Noodles while we're here? I would look at Branch, Calliope, and Tyranny, because Tyranny is the one with his body in her pocket.
I think
Where
we
does he
should
live? We didn't know
buy.
this much.
I think we should buy a casket and probably just put him in there and then report him.
Maybe we
So
report
we're
him
gonna burn the
first, so they
casket.
know?
No,
Are we not gonna burn the casket? Who is this guy?
Did he have a god? Did he ever tell you
Um,
guys, like, was he cool with burial, or did he want to be cremated so he couldn't be raised as undead, if, like, that was a problem? Because that's always a problem. People be messing with the undead.
I didn't have a chance to ask him before he died.
Me neither. Damn it.
You see Morgan put her elbows on the table. Is the problem with necromancy?
Oh no.
Yeah, is there a
We
problem?
just didn't know if he had a problem with it. You know what I mean? So we
Well,
like to
no,
respect
they
his burial wishes. So
Eric's gonna
no, I
look
don't have
real
a problem
nervous.
with it. Yes, I might have a problem with you resurrecting this guy specifically.
Eric's gonna look real nervous and stay very silent in this moment because she does, in fact, have a bit of a problem with necromancers. It always felt like, as schools of magic go, it's always kind of felt, unnatural to her to fuck around with dead bodies, but she's not gonna say that, because this woman's terrifying.
I mean, is it disgusting? Sure, absolutely. But like,
Am I gonna admit to anything? No. But do I have a problem? Yes, I do.
Just to make you
like
feel all a little bit more at ease, I have a very strict rule of not turning good people.
oh, see, that works out. No rest
Oh,
for the
only
wicked.
bad zombies.
What I'm
Yeah.
hearing is she
Only-
turns the bad guys into back into the
I
living.
was just about to say. I was just saying.
Bad
Only-
people
only
don't
villains.
deserve rest.
only villains that need punishment anyway. Okay. Eric, like, nodding
Wait a
along, like,
minute.
okay. I could vibe with that.
Awesome.
Let's not tell her this man's occupation then, and let's just.
Wait, what occupation? What do you mean?
I mean, he was a thief, was he not?
Oh, yeah, no, let's not explain Noodles' whole deal. Let's leave that be.
Hey, you can be a good person and be a thief.
You can't be
Yeah.
a good
That is
person
Two
and
things
be a
can't be
thief.
true.
To be clear, no, but he was not a noble thief though. He was just a chaos gremlin, but like she doesn't need to know that.
He was
He
our
was, in
chaos
fact, the Chaos
gremlin.
Gerblin.
Yeah, he was part of the party, damn it.
God damn it. And he saved us.
Yeah,
He gave his life.
he gave his life. The ultimate sacrifice.
He died a hero.
That's
Nothing
for
but
sure.
a hero.
No, I mean, like in our very first dungeon, he killed that marionette.
Hey,
That was
did.
like him and the branch.
yeah,
Yeah,
murked,
he
like,
did.
3 of those fuckers.
He
Yeah,
did do that.
no. He
before,
saved our lives. R.I.P. Noodles.
R.I.P.
To a
before,
real one. Yeah.
before me and Tyrius walk out, I actually had a second thought. I'm gonna look over at Tyrius. I'm like, hey, do you think it'd be all right if I invite Morgan to come with us? Is that cool with you?
Oh,
Morgan is the tiefling black witch.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
is she a
explained
tiefling or a dragon?
Dragonoid.
thought she was a dragon
She
pet.
has features that are very strong to that of like a very humanoid dragon.
Yeah.
She looks very similar to Tyrion, like the draconic horns, the scale marks on the shoulders and the white cheeks, the long ears, the fangs, the claws.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not asking that because some weird reason. It's because she's formally like reigned with the dwarves, kind of. I think but she's very akin to dwarvish stuff, and so because I have to go talk to a dwarf at the blacksmith, I think it would be cool if she came with me in case it gets, not cool.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run back, and is the circle of silence still up?
You see
Totem
that
silence.
Scarlet is like pipe as you see the smoke ring around the table just kind of slowly disperse in the ambient kind of breeze and paths that walk by the table. It just kind of disperses lightly as she kind of smirks to herself and begins packing a tobacco pipe's worth of smoke.
I'm gonna in dwarvish look at Morgan. I'm gonna say, hey, would you be all right with accompanying me to the blacksmith? I don't necessarily know if he's gonna be cool with talking to me. Most dwarves aren't cool with talking to me.
The second son is a reasonable dwarf, even more so than the rest of his kin. He will not have a problem. He does
Okay.
not care about histories. He only cares of who you are in the moment.
Cool. Actually, hey, that's good information. Appreciate it. And then I'm gonna turn back and I'm gonna go to Tyrius. I'm gonna like, she actually
That's the
said
guy
that.
who hired that guy I did murder.
I'm gonna run back to Tyrius and I'm gonna say, "No, she said he's cool, so I'm gonna take her word for it.
We said he's cool. You didn't listen up.
Listen. Yeah, you don't listen. In Beaufort's mind, unless you fully grasp the severity of excommunication, you don't get it.
Fair.
And so he's like,
enough.
he hears from seeing on his 15 insight, wasn't very much, but he sees in her eyes that she gets it. Immediately, he's like, no, okay, she gets it. If she says he's
Her
cool,
opinion
then he's
matters
cool.
more.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
like,
Because she
"Ew."
understands.
Yeah, yes, because she gets it. And so I'll run back to Tyrius. I'm like, all right, she said he's cool. I'm gonna take her word for it, and we're gonna roll. I'll follow your lead.
Okay, so is she coming now,
No.
or she's not?
No. She's not coming. She just gave me information saying that he's cool and he's not gonna bother me. He doesn't care about who I am. So we'll rock and
Oh,
roll.
good. But now that we're on the topic, can we invite Scarlet though?
Yeah.
My God.
And so I was like, do you want me to go invite her, or do you want to go invite her?
You do that.
Okay, and I'll run back to Miss Scarlet.
You know what? Wait. I'll do it.
Okay. So
You got
I'll
a
go.
wingman for
I'll-
your boy, Beaufort.
I'll go.
Glad peace.
I'll go stand by the
Like
door, and
that.
I'm trying to look cool. Beaufort's trying to look cool. He's got his arms crossed, leaning against the door, just like waiting and smiling. He's like, yeah.
Like he's gonna cast Bardic Inspiration. Because she's gonna see Sirius approaching the Scarlet and be like, okay, I see what's going on now.
But just to be
Like,
clear,
I know that
mine was strictly
I know
not
that
love
look.
interest. Mine was strictly like dwarven things going on. Tyrius is a love interest. There's a difference.
Hey, it's not love interest. Just yet. I want to
They've
see how
only
dangerous
met
she is.
today.
Like,
just met
start
this
drumming
morning.
on the table.
Yes, but look, that
We don't-
what's it? That
We
Scarlet.
don't know if it's love yet.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But look at that, the Scarlet dress and all that kind of stuffy fluffy, plus the pipe, plus the purple eyes or whatever color they are. Yeah,
Got
that's
those
just
purple eyes.
Purple eyes, windows to the soul, and all that.
and the pointy was it elf ears? Oh, it's like, there's no way Sirius can resist those.
Yeah, Beaufort's once
Great,
again. Beaufort
I
is
guess.
posted up at the door, just waiting. He's like, yeah.
He's like, that's my boy.
Yeah. Like a proud dad.
So how are you talking to Scarlet as you approach her? Large purple eyes kind of looming on.
I have no idea really. You should. I'm not really good at these kind of things, so I guess trying to kind of show a bit of this macho. Well, not really macho. I don't want to go into over the confident brat. So trying to kind of nonchalantly invite her as a VIP of our party of two soon to be 3, I guess, and try to kind of convince her and just compliment her style of pipes and culture of smoking a pipe or the air she carries herself. Then
Aaron?
that kind of crap.
While this is happening, Aaron's gonna point at Calliope and cast message and just whisper under her breath, "Help him."
Hey, look,
In a whisper that only she can hear. Nobody else can hear this, but just like, yeah. It's like, help him.
yeah, that kind of helps,
not
yeah.
knowingly and flags up. Hey, pretty lady. So, you know this place better than Ty does. And he's a little tongue-tied. Absolutely infatuated. How about you show him around? He shows you around. You show Bofer around. It'll be a day.
Bofer sees Calliope talking in the distance and goes, "What?"
Calliope is going to attempt to conquer.
You have tried charms over time. Elven people, they seem to be fairly resistant to. You are more than welcome to try. Realize the DC on this will be extraordinary.
Terrifying.
What?
Who has an advantage against being charmed if she's elvish?
Yeah.
Who's charming whom?
She's trying to charm
Calliope.
Scarlet.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna help.
Girl, don't
Scarlet
do
looks over. She goes, "I could do some shopping. This sounds pleasant." Then she looks at
Alright.
Morgan and Tyranny and goes, "I'll be listening. Talk freely." And slowly gets up from the table and walks with you, Tyrus, out of the room as she begins to put the pipe to her mouth. She whispers under her breath, "Igni minor," as a small ember forms just above her pinky finger as she lights her.
Oh,
That's hot.
Cool. That's
Gonna-
cool.
Tyrius is in love.
That's serious.
That's
Tyrius
so
is in
hot.
love.
I think Aaron might be a little bit too, damn.
No, when Bofer sees them both walking back, Bofer is he's a proud dad moment, but also like he heard Calliope speak, so he's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, okay,
Like, what
whatever."
happened
Yeah,
there?
he's like, "Okay, whatever." As they walk out, I'm gonna say, "How do you do, Miss Scarlet? Are you gonna be joining us?"
Pleasant. I enjoy shopping.
Cool.
Is-
I'm gonna be real honest. Hopefully you know this place a lot better than I do. I've never been here. The reason I had asked Tyrius to help me is because he knows this place better than I do. But I don't know. I got to get to the blacksmith and I got to get to the leather worker. But other than that, if you want to go somewhere and show me around the place, like as far as like maybe if there's important places that I specifically need to know about, by all means,
Was
I'm
a
all
good
ears.
time.
To the forges we go.
Yeah.
What is this cadence with her? It feels so unsettling.
It's elvish.
She's hiding a motherfucker.
Elvish people got time.
Right now.
Elvish people got time, man.
So
She
who's
must
all
be like-
going
hi,
to the
Elvis.
blacksmith, just so I know?
Do what?
Who's all
Okay.
going to the blacksmith? And I'll let
It's
you guys
just
continue.
me, Tyrius, and Scarlet.
His lady love.
Scarlet Witch.
Aaron was going
Scarlet
too.
Witch, there you go.
Hmm? Oh no, I'm
Trademark,
with you guys.
trademark.
I'm
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm watching like her and Tyrius walk away with Bofer. I'm like, wow.
Hate to see her go, but
gonna-
love to watch her leave type.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you guys
Well,
going
also-
to? Is this the
also
same place where
Mark,
you get
yeah.
armor from? My bad.
Yes.
to cut you
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
All right, Branch
Well-
goes along with.
Well, the idea is to take Bofer to the blacksmith, but halfway, kind of, we're gonna lose Bofer.
Ouch.
Wait, what? Oh,
Just like forgot that he's there. and then turn a different corner.
But Buffer's paying attention. His head's on a swivel. I rolled a 26 survival check in the fog. I'm paying attention. I'm here.
He's like, no, I'm third wheeling all day.
Yeah, I'm behind. Like I'm behind you. I'm letting you do your thing, but I am fully aware of where we're turning.
No, blow up his spot.
No,
I owe him for last session.
I'm in
You
good.
gotta blow up his spot for me.
No,
oh my god.
I'm in good dad. I'm in good dad mode. I am quiet. I am calm, cool, collected, and I probably have my notebook out and I'm mapping the city out so that way I can make sure that I know where to go next time if I need to come back.
Yeah.
As you all leave, you guys would see Scarlet move her arm into him lightly. Fair warning to the people traveling with Scarlet. She is an extremely slow walker. It will take you a minute to get to the Bright Flame Forges, even though it's down the street. It's gonna take you a minute.
It's a leisurely stroll.
Extremely.
5 minutes in, Branch politely asks if she would like to ride on his back.
She kind of like looks at you. Her eyes are just like super big, and they just have a curious light behind them. As she just kind of tilts her head towards you and goes, "Perhaps. Sounds interesting." And she simply just steps up as if stepping on invisible stairs, and very gingerly like sits on you, sidestep, very politely. She weighs next to nothing. Like,
Wait.
It literally feels like maybe a couple sets of saddlebags on you, not cumbersome at all.
Does she wait? I'm gonna look at
I
Branch.
pull out the pipe that I got from the halfling that I carved his niches into, and I smoke from it like I have to get as on her level clearly, because this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna look at Branch and kind of give the look like, are you sure?
Where did you
Yeah.
get
And I'm like, okay. And then I'm actually gonna take note, just so you're aware, Mr. Mitch. I'm gonna take note and write Morgan in my notebook and I'm gonna write in big bold letters, knows what happened, and then also can be kind if you are kind first. And then underneath Scarlet, I'm gonna write Elvish, and then ... That's all I need to know. And then close my notebook and then put it in my pocket, and then I'm gonna sit here and wonder, like, I'm gonna be walking with like this pondering look on my face, just like, does she weigh less than me? I really wonder if she's like in my own head having this conversation, just like, I bet you she probably weighs less than me because I have armor on.
Yeah.
Like, he's like trying to like size her up. Like,
I noticed
I know
him
I'm
wondering
small.
that, like, do you want to ride as well?
No. I'm good. And I'm just like, I'm like, me and you only do that whenever it's time for battle. We're good.
Crashed. Oh, wait, there we are.
But I'm just like, I'm pondering. I'm like, I'm only 4'5". I'm not very big, but she's bigger. She's taller and bigger than me in stature. But I guarantee she weighs less than I do. I'm like, he's really wondering, like, she got up there with no effort. Branch, I got up there. It looked like he was not having much effort, but I mean, I know I weigh more than her for sure.
Branch starts to pretend that she's very heavy.
Branch is like, stop. Bofer in his head is like, stop. Just stop. Just stop. He can see it.
But with that, as you guys travel down the street, finding the Bright Flame Forge, it is a 2-story stone, lot of metal to it. And as you all make your way into those doors, Calliope and Aaron, what?
Say that again? You're cutting out again, Mitch. I'm sorry.
It's terrible. So what is Aaron and Calliope doing back at the cutscene, real quick?
Well, I decided that I was gonna be with Tyranny, but she probably wants to catch up with Morgan.
Oh, they're already
No.
gabbing at the table. Tyranny is still kind of like wrapped around your shoulders. Kind of.
Aww. Calliope's just like
Life.
bright red.
Lappy's just kind of nuzzling her still, and she's like, "Hey," she's gonna gingerly unwrap. My love, what do you have planned for the day? Because I think Aaron has errands.
Haha.
In honesty, I was just planning to talk to Morgan about several things that have happened in the past century or so, century and a half. Catch up and realign my bearing detailed front than what you and your lovely friend provide. No offense.
Lappy giggles. None taken. So, I think I'm gonna run to the general store. Do you think I'm gonna go get milk? Ha!
You're gonna go get what?
Milk.
I'm gonna go get milk.
She needs some
Uh,
milk.
but I'm gonna run to the general store. Would you like to meet at the bathhouse later for a night of relaxation? Think I could use
Nope.
one after yesterday.
Erin just snorts into her cup. She was taking a drink and tries not to choke.
Tyranny and Morgan both kind of smirk. Morgan goes, "It's been a couple days." And Tyranny, bath is so fun. So that's an agreement.
Lappy is gonna order a nice bottle of red wine and leave it at the table. And she's gonna head off with Aaron.
You wait, where are we go? Oh, yeah, no, because my only real plan for today, if we could like have this resolved, is essentially to go to whoever we need to go to at the guild, report Noodles as perished, report
Oh, no.
Kella and Hal as missing, sort out Noodles' burial, and also we still need to square away with the quest giver that sent us to that cellar in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
And be like,
I'm trying
fine.
to go to
Like,
the
hey,
We just take care of
for a
business.
possible fight in case reporting that ends up biting back at us for reporting powerful people.
oh,
I'm
I'm
just
not.
getting up the. No,
she-
yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. Like, I don't plan on making any mention of the Pendrakes unless that, because I remember she was like a weird, like, elven lady that kind of had a vibe about her. Like, she also might know what's going on here. But I don't remember much about her beyond that. Just that she seemed like kind of very like more wise than us in the moment, obviously.
That'd be
But
Truth Sealer Galia.
yeah,
She is
her.
in the NPC art. For those who
Yeah.
wish to reference.
Yeah, because I haven't. We've. It's been days.
Oh
But she's
yeah,
been.
Grandma Truth.
Yeah, Grandma of Truth, and she had like a whole vibe about her. Yeah, that one. There she is. Like there's some shit going on. And she might have known more than we did in that scenario, and clearly we didn't know shit about the
Just
scenario
told
before we
us
moved
to-
into it.
She told us to avoid the Pendrakes and to go south. To avoid
Yeah.
Gaston, like, personally.
Yeah, because he had gone like off on a hunt or something when we were leaving.
Yeah. He was heading north.
And she did. Wait, what did you say?
He was heading north, so we headed south.
North, like where Beaufort's from? Like in character and out. I'm just remembering this now. Like you just reminded me. I keep forgetting that.
Coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, that was my thought. Huh. Okay, make a note of that for later. We'll make mention of that to the boys when we reconnect with them. But
Just
yeah,
so,
no,
just so everyone's
mostly.
aware, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So we'll debrief when we all come back together later.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
You'll find out soon.
yeah.
We'll find
I'm
out
just
soon
letting you
enough.
know, you saying that stuff, just in case you were aware or not aware. I don't know anything. I've never been to this town. I don't know anything. Remember that. I have
know
no idea
nothing.
what you're talking about.
You still haven't met Gaston, but he's an
Nope.
asshole.
Nope. Haven't met anybody.
Yeah. But no,
Oh,
he's what do we call him? The golden twat?
Mhm.
Yeah, the
beautiful.
golden
What
twat.
a name. What a name.
A well-deserved name.
Mhm.
Bastard. Anyway, but so yeah,
Apparently, he lost the love of his life and became an asshole. But we didn't get a chance to explore any of that, so fuck him.
yeah,
That's not an excuse.
it's not an excuse. There's plenty of people that lose their
And then
loved
he
ones.
killed one of our friends. So like now it's up.
Well, we don't know if he did it, but his people definitely did it. So
And
hush,
dead
hush,
wife.
hush, hush. Like maybe if somebody murders his dog, then we'll talk. But if it's just a dead girlfriend, God, get over
Oh
yourself.
my gosh. What is this, John Wick?
Yes, that was exactly what I was doing.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody forgives John Wick because his dog died.
Fair.
So,
But like, if it's just a
With
dead
that-
girlfriend, no excuse.
Aaron and Calliope, you guys are
Or what?
you guys are
Whatever.
reporting Noodle's death.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably sort that out first, and also that Calla.
Are they gonna ask the cause?
Well, I mean,
That
if
is a
they do,
hypothetical.
we really don't know beyond battle-related injuries.
Yeah.
You have
He
a
didn't
weren't
know
witness.
in
there.
the battle.
Udon was there.
Udon was there.
Udon was there. You have a witness.
Okay, do any of us have speak with animals?
No, but I have mind link. As long as he understands one language, we can.
Can you
Also
mind me?
Ask
Now?
I'm gonna be real
Mr.
honest. I think you
Noodles
should
would
just say
like to-
KIA.
I mean, kill. Yeah, that is technically true, but like we don't know who or what killed him, except that there were dead pendrakes in the area too.
and
Ooh.
they used an extremely high amount of force. Like,
Yeah,
they
like,
either
he was
dropped him
super
from
dead.
an extreme height or they dropped something on him from an extreme height.
Or something big stepped on him.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh
was
my
bad.
God.
Yeah. Like we don't know what did it or who did
Oh
it,
my
but it was
God.
gruesome. What?
I'm thinking about what could have possibly done it. That's
D-
it.
Yeah, me too. I
You
wonder
guys
if
aren't
you are thinking
there.
the same thing.
But it wasn't a footprint, it was a crater. So, and it wasn't a fist print either.
I think
True.
I think maybe I'm not there right now, so
Yeah, I'm not
just-
either.
You're not there.
Yeah, I'm not there.
You guys don't know what's going
I
on.
think me and Branch are on the same page.
Yeah.
Across town with no context. You guys just get a sudden thought of like, oh, what if this is what happened? With no idea how that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just look at each other like, huh.
You thinking back on what happened yesterday and like hindsight, you're like,
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
So, as you two make your way up to the guild table and begin talking to, she greets you all and goes, "Hi, what can we do for you? Back so soon?"
That's so soon. It's been days. Sorry, just like to herself.
Especially because you're not even there.
But yeah, she
Um,
does inquire what you're here for.
Yes. We really don't know how to say this, but one of the members of our party perished on the road, and 2 others are missing, and we've come to report that.
Oh,
I
oh
mean,
my.
Cal wasn't really a member of our party. He wasn't an official glory hole, so
Not
that's not
officially,
really a
no.
guild problem. But
That's-
Calla's missing.
Yeah, she is officially affiliated with our party on like the tags and all. He's not. You're right.
She kind of looks at you with somber eyes and goes, my condolences.
House
So
caught on
as
fire.
the mousy guild worker collects the proper paperwork and asks you to step over to a door just down the way, so she can align a truth seer to corroborate your story and information with the paperwork. As you all shift over, I will have to get my notes out for this particular line of questioning. So we're gonna jump scene over to the shoppers.
Line of questioning. You know
As
what,
soon as you
Aaron?
said truth
You
serum,
know
I said,
what?
"Uh-oh."
Oh my god, I know.
What? We didn't do anything wrong. He
The-
didn't come into the dungeon with us. We came out and he was dead. We were not involved.
It's not the problem. That is not the problem.
It's just policy. It's just policy.
Oh
We
no.
We have nothing to hide.
Branch, are me and you on the same wavelength?
Aaron,
What?
he was killed protecting the cart. We were robbed, okay?
Were we robbed or
Aaron.
was he just killed?
Aaron, look at me. He
What?
was killed protecting the goddamn cart. We were robbed.
Okay.
You're treading a fine line. Oh,
That's
I'm
Wait.
the
not
only
there.
thing
Oh,
you guys have
oh.
evidence for. Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
Bofer's not there, but Steven's freaking out.
Oh no. Miranda's also freaking
Effie is
out. 'cause I
giving
just
Aaron
realized-
the most.
just-
She's giving her the sternest look she possibly can.
and Aaron is realizing a moment too late the trouble she's just gotten us all into. Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, please be the same truth seeker. Please be the same one who's at least cool. Please. Please. Oh no.
So,
Now
as
back
we
at the
jump
fort.
scene,
Meanwhile,
you guys at the
elsewhere.
forge find yourselves in front of a massive metal and stone door. As it opens up, you guys are greeted by the immediate heat of several blasting furnaces and a smell of hot iron and ash. As you walk in, there is this. It's essentially like an entry room, but in the center of it, you see this massive marble statue of Morodin, which I do believe I have in the lore channel. 1 second. Might be. I can't remember where I put it. It might be in the roleplay art, to be honest. I think it might be. Yes. All right. So I'll have to re-find it. Upload file.
As we walk in, I see the statue, and regardless of what Branch, Tyrius, and the Scarlet are doing, I grab my necklace and I give like a small bow to it, and then I not like a like a peasant kneeling before a noble, but just like a head nod, like a quarter tilt, just like there we go, and then I keep walking further into the room.
Absolutely. As you make your way through the entry room, moving past the statue of Morodin, you are greeted at a front desk where you see a dwarven fellow, which to the majority of the party you would recognize as Lothric, second son. With his black hair and his diamond-set eyes, he looks at you with a smile and goes, "Welcome, adventurers. It's been a minute. What brings you in today?"
How's it going? I was wondering, I got a couple projects I would like to see if you can take on.
I'm sure we can do something, depending on what you're looking for.
Cool. Bofer whips off his backpack, pulls out the knife and the 2 gauntlets, and I'm gonna pull out the bear cloak and kind of set it to the side. But I'm gonna point at the knife. I'm gonna say, so I don't know what this metal is. It's very indistinct. I know it's Damascus, but it's black. I've never seen this kind of metal before. But I want to get this reshaped and reforged, melted down into a stiletto dagger. And if at all possible, I want to get a rune of truth set to it. I don't know if that's something you can do or not, or if you can just reforge it and I have to take it somewhere else, that's fine too. But if you have rune magic, I would love to get that rune of truth on it. Secondly, the gauntlets, I wanted to melt each one of them down. They're just cosmetic. That somebody made these and they just wanted to look cool. They don't actually serve any purpose. So I want to give purpose to them. One of them, I would love to get melted down into a ring. I can, if you have a size finder, I'll get you a size that you need. But I want to get it melted down into a ring with a rune of vitality attached to it. My party needs some help with healing, and they, I can cast some pretty good heals, but I'm usually on the front lines, and so because I'm on the front lines, it's really hard for me to cast a whole lot of stuff while I'm fighting the hand to hand and stuff. So the vitality rune would be great. The other gauntlet, I want to get into a holster, and I pull my javelin out, and I'm like, I want to make I'm really good at throwing this thing, but I would prefer to have both hands on my sword, if you get what I'm saying. So I want to get a holster and I look at my javelin, I go, and I measure it out with my hands. I'm like, maybe about 8 inches of this. Shaved down, spiked both sides, and get a holster with a rune of return on it. Hopefully to make it to where I can somatically, with just some humming or maybe even just some whistling or something, use this to fly around the battlefield and impact enemies as needed. Because it's really I'm really good at doing both, but preferably I'd like to be able to keep both hands on my sword and let this thing fly. Lastly, I may have to get with you and the leather worker on this. This bearskin cape I found. Really cool cape, kind of tattered, which is why I need the leather worker. But I want to get this into kind of more of a protecting cloak. It'd be more, and I kind of put my arms out in a T. I'm like, be kind of more like a jacket, I guess. Less like a cape, more like a jacket. But eventually, once I get it shaped to the way I like it and how it feels, how it fits, I want to be able to bring it back to you and have you dragon scale metal up and down this entire thing to make it impervious to stabs, like to sneak attack stabs. And that's what I want to see if you're capable of doing that. If there's anything that I've presented that you can't do, by all means, I will not be offended. Just let me know, and I'll gladly take care of it. But I wanted to come to you first.
It kind of nods. You notice now that he's been like taking notes in a small notebook and pen as he looks up at you and goes, "This is all possible. You'll need to gather some resources, though, based on what you're looking for. A couple of diamonds. Gonna need some griffin feathers. Some sort of predatory talon." You're gonna need quite a bit of scrap metal or pay out for us to refine the ores ourselves. And then he kind of like looks around the corner and goes, "Hey, Kashoth, got some secondary work for you if you have a moment to come out here." As you hear like a screeching of a bench out on like a stone table. You hear heavy footsteps as you see a full-blown black tusk ogre step out of the out of the back room. Kind of like this olive black toned skin. He's got like this white scruffy beard that's just starting to form in. He has the telltale scorch marks at the base of his tusks that turn the rest of the tusk black and gray. An unusual feature of Kashoth is that he has bright blue eyes, which is super unusual for a black tusk. Normally, black tusks are black eyes, red eyes, orange eyes, green eyes, and that's about the extent of it. For a full-blown ogre to have blue eyes, this would be a super unusual mutation that has survived not only through adulthood but into the elder years of an ogre's life. This is an older ogre for sure.
Gotcha. Real quick, before you go into that, something that I wanted to do, but I got too excited about my items. Can I roll an insight check to see if either one of them notice me and like know who I am?
Yeah, sure.
I want to get this out of the way. I rolled 20.
don't seem to notice any recognition. You just seem to be a customer.
Cool. Both are super relaxed now. Yeah, go ahead.
And as Kashath kind of comes out, he gives like a nod and a wave towards Branch and Tyrius, having met them before. And in common sign language, he begins talking to you all. This is in sign language, but he goes, what you need done? I hear you're looking for a leather worker.
Yeah. I explained like I want to get this refitted. It's a bearskin cape. I'm a little small to be wearing a cape. I prefer to make this more like a jacket, and I describe what I described to him is a hoodie. But like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like I'm like I just want to get this more like a jacket, more tight fitting, easier to maneuver. That way it's not so cumbersome trying to I don't want a dragon behind me or anything.
He like picks up the bear cape, I kind of like moves it around, noticing the blood stains, and in common sign language again goes, this is pretty dirty, but after a little bit of scrubbing and drying, I can definitely get this into like a nice kind of loose fitting jacket for you. That won't be a problem. It'll be pretty easy just to invert this, have the pelt on the inside to keep you insulated, and then we can do a treatment on the leather side and get it so it won't cut super easy. Yeah, it's very doable. Very doable.
Cool. I ask him. I'm like, do you need measurements of me, or do you think you can eyeball it and you're good?
He kind of like smirks, and you see him pull something from around his neck as he has like a suit maker's like set of tape measures as he kind of comes around the counter and kind of gets down on a knee and goes, "Let me measure up" in sign language as he begins kind of like measuring you out and taking notes on like your exact measurements on like the size of your arms, the girth of your chest, shoulders. Kind of measuring up at several places before nodding a few minutes later.
Beaufort assumes the T-pose, and then and then whenever he's done, let me get my notes up real quick. I look back at blacksmith and I go, by the way, I'm very rude of me, and in Dwarvish I say, my name is Beaufort. Just wanted to introduce myself. What's your name again? I'm sorry.
He puts out a hand towards you and goes, Lothar Diamondheart, second son.
Cool. And I shake his hand. What back in common? What was the components you said I needed? I figured I would need something holy to do for the vitality on the ring, and I pull out that prayer journal and I slap it down. I was like, this was a prayer journal of an elven woman who was very devout. I figured this might hold some power to it that you can scrape from.
Scraping is a great way to describe that, actually. I'm going to need something that's going to be inherently used for healing, so
Okay.
I'm going to need specifically, like, diamonds would be the easiest to get. Takes a fairly sizable amount of diamonds to get this particular enchantment for Ring of Vitality and Truth Rune especially. Angel Feathers would be the optimal thing, but that's kind of frowned upon in some places.
I'll figure it out. Was there anything else you said for maybe the Rune of Return and the anything? Is there anything else you think you might need?
For the returning rune, that one's not so bad. A couple predator claws and maybe a couple vials of ooze from either slimes or some sort of gelatinous monster. That shouldn't be too hard. Griffin feathers are going to be a great binder for the Truth of Rune, and also for the cloak and jacket to keep it lightweight and whatnot. So a couple of those would be great. We'll call it an even 5 feathers and maybe a handful of claws. Figure at least 6.
Okay.
We got Griffin body part.
Yes,
So-
we do.
So Beaufort's gonna say, okay. How much do you think this is all? Just eyeball. How much do you think this will all cost?
Well, including resources, crafting time, labor. You're going to be looking at least a good 4 grand each.
Okay. 4 grand, 4 grand each.
Deep.
Oh, 4 grand deep. Okay. All right. Can I give you a 1,000 up front as like a deposit? That way you can go ahead and take all this stuff and kind of start melting it down and getting it shaped out. And as far as the magic stuff goes, we can worry about that stuff a little bit later while I gather components.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely at least get some of the base work done before we start doing the magical tidbits. 1,000 gold pieces up front will definitely get the mundane pieces and parts in motion.
Cool. Bofer's gonna whip out. Apologies for the small interruption. To further understand what's about to happen, what you're about to see, is Bofer not realize that he has technical difficulties for a long time. So try to fill in the gaps as best you can. If you want to know more of what happened, I can dive into that a little bit deeper later, or maybe on some, I'll put in the comments what all you missed. But apologies in advance for what you're about to see. It's a big mess up, but we are looking to rectify it. So, thank you.
He looks at it in recognition and goes, "Ah, man, there must be a story for you to have one of these, but we'll take it." And he kind of puts it off to the side next to another couple of like large pouches of gold coin that are sitting on like a back table out of reach. He kind of throws it back there onto the bags and looks back at you. We'll take the resources, the dagger, your bear skin, the gauntlets. We'll start working on the easy stuff, and as you get cash, we can make upgrades as we go. Just keep in mind the resources I mentioned. We'll keep that in mind, but it's pretty busy at the moment. Uh, and he kind of like smirks, looking back at Branch and Tyrus. And you, friends, what can we do for you today?
Well, I'm on escort duty and I'm going to show this lovely lady a good time.
As he looks past Branch to see Scarlet, you see his face just go pale as he goes, Lady Scarlet, I wasn't expecting you today. Welcome to our humble forge. Let us know if there's anything we can get for you today.
Lady Scarlet.
She just kind of nods and goes, "Appreciation, Lothar second son." You also see Kashath just like instantly vanish from view, like he's in the back room. He's gone.
He's out of there.
Well, of course, to the other teller, since my companion scared him off, and I throw my fog wolf pelt and the griffin mane.
Mm-hmm.
I would like him to make a cloak out of the fog wolf pelt with but I want like a collar liner with the griffin mane, and if you could put any type of it was a fog wolf, so I would like to be able to maybe cloud the area around me and some type of like misty type of effect on the cloak. That would be nice.
Well, that's definitely doable given these two creatures. The fog wolves are often known for vanishing into the fogs and the mists that they inhabit. It shouldn't be too hard to draw out that innate ability. Um, I would say a couple sapphires, and maybe if you have some of their claws or fangs, I can definitely grind that down to a powder to act as a binding agent.
Oh, we do have some of the Fog Wolf's claws. Um, I do have the Fog Wolf mane, so yeah, it's silver. So but I want to line it with the Griffin mane. So yeah, I guess you can use the Fog Wolf mane for that. Um, but as but as for the sapphire, I might have to go find that somewhere else.
It's not mandatory. The claws and fangs are pretty powerful binding agents for bringing out innate abilities. The sapphire just helps it along, it being a natural affinity for illusions and cold.
Is sapphire something I can add on later?
It's possible that we could upgrade it or enhance one of its abilities via sapphire powder.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that idea.
Come to think of it, I have a gorilla hide. By any chance, can you make it into an armor?
I mean, given that you have enough of it, absolutely. Bear hide is, or gorilla hide is extremely resilient to most types of mundane damage, especially if it's any sort of like fog variant. They often have really powerful ambient abilities that are fairly easy to draw out given you have the proper components fangs, claws, any of its blood, things like that. We can definitely work with to tweak some of the abilities that this will have.
Hmm. So you need the blood, you need the fangs. What else do you need?
Blood, fangs. Those are probably the most powerful items that most adventurers get. Most people don't grab the powerful tidbits such as like the mana stones or the hearts. Yeah, unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. A lot of adventurers don't think about the actual important bits of creatures in this day and age. They're always in a bit of a rush.
Dude.
Out, out of character, we picked up some blood, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Branch also eyes both are like, nah, but okay.
No, you're still.
As the local pack mule, I tend to just keep a lot of it around.
I'm
Oh,
just
that's.
reading.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
I'm just reading the notes, and it seems that I have a whole water skin of blood plus the gorilla hide.
Nice.
Yes.
So I have blood as well,
Fantastic. That
and
would
and
be
I'll,
an
I'll
excellent
take
binder.
mana stones, and so
Nice.
He looks at him, and you see his diamond faceted eyes kind of like zoom in on it. And he goes, "Well, that's definitely not a gorilla bear stone. It's way too small. Looks like some sort of lesser undead, probably on the bestial side." I mean, it would be little ineffective, but it would definitely generate enough power when refined down to bring out at least one of the innate abilities of this material. Yeah. Branch, what kind of fog wolf pelt material? Were you just looking for a coat or like a cloak?
A cloak, good sir.
Cloak, okay.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Mhm. He just kind of gives you a squinted and a curious brow and goes, I mean the Diamond Homes, it is what it is. Not much has changed. Last I was informed, trades are profitable. The Paladin Hood is becoming more powerful and prevalent amongst most of the topsiders. Uh, Influence is always good. New mine shafts have been dug, quarries brought up, materials are at an all time high. As far as I can tell, Diamond Heart has never been stronger. If you're referring to the Diamond Heart clan specifically, he chuckles and goes, "No, the old man's still in charge. He's got another couple centuries in him before he even thinks about kicking the bucket." Mm, no, Stone Bears are still in charge of that. The Nine Council and the Paladin ships, they still meet regular basis. They haven't informed us of any catastrophes, so I assume all is well. I probably need to hit the Traders Guild then. It's where you're gonna probably have the best variety of mundane and magical goods.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep. Ready to get out. On the road again.
As you make your way out, Scarlet, who's still on your back branch, simply looks back at Lothar, and you can tell he's uncomfortable as he gives like a deep bow as you all like leave. Um, uh, and you all make your way out to the city, having left behind a deposit and quite a bit of resources. I have quite a bit of crafting to do later on tonight. Oh yes. He did. He would have mentioned that it would take at least a day or two for him to finish all of the mundane task work that you have left.
Yes. I do know where that is.
Of course.
It's a couple blocks south of the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
It's a couple of blocks south of the Adventurers Guild. It's easy. You will find it.
He seems well.
All right.
As you mentioned spells, Scarlet's eyes kind of flare up that bright purple pink color. She goes, "What spells were you inquiring about? What grimoires?"
Well, that sounds good. Well, we can go. I don't mind. I'm not really into the divine healing stuff, but spells are spells. Well,
Uh,
I inspired you back, so
uh, Branch wants to go check on the Mr. Noodle thing, so he looks to Scarlet and goes, "Would you like to keep going with them to look for spells? Because I may be attending a funeral." So
Those
oh,
I
spells
like
are.
gesture my hands like if she was gonna get off, I would help her get off, but she's probably gonna fly or something, but like I gesture anyway.
She looks at Beaufort, who's walking away, and goes, "Those spells are mundane, easy. He should be able to locate without too much of an issue. Let us go back to the guild. I feel as though there's a ruckus happening. At least that's what the girls tell me."
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh
I hear
no,
that and
not
I
a
just
ruckus.
I light the pipe again and I try to have a relaxing stroll back before knowing what I might encounter.
He's like, oh god, we left him unsupervised.
Man.
Oh my
Oh,
god. Like,
oh
uh,
no.
Curious, where are you going?
Aaron, you know how delightful shopping could have been.
Oh,
You know,
A nice trip to
it's
the
right.
general store. We could have visited CW. I got alchemy shit. I wanted to bribe him. But no, you want to get us interrogated. Fine.
a man
That's
died, Calliope.
fine.
A man died.
That's none of their business.
Well, he is our business, though, and we need to handle it.
What help were they really gonna give us, Aaron? Who is this for right now? It's not for Noodles. Fuck the establishment. That was his whole thing.
True, but like,
But like what, Aaron?
sorry, my phone was updating. I had to stop it from like restarting on purpose. But no, true. But if it comes out that like he died on our watch, or rather not on our watch, but like somebody has questions, we need to have it officially recorded that we had nothing to do with that. He went out with us and we came back without him. Somebody needs to know that we are aware he's dead.
About him. He has no family. His other family is in my tits.
You don't know that he had no family, and neither do we. All we know is that we went into the dungeon and we came out and he was dead. We have nothing
Aaron,
to hide in
look
that
at me
regard.
listen, Aaron, I need you to understand. We were robbed and we was killed protecting the goddamn park. How many times do I have to say it, Aaron?
You like that's literally what happened. I don't know why you're insisting like that's a lie.
Because
It's the truth.
Aaron, because you word vomit, Aaron.
I word vomit. You can't keep a secret worth shit. What do you mean?
Yes, Aaron, but here's the thing. I can lie.
And I'd rather not try to lie to somebody whose whole job is seeking our minds for the truth. What purpose would that serve?
Because what happens when somebody goes, "Oh, what happened?" and you know, you flash to your brain and you're trying to think of what happened, and instead of Noodles' dead body, there's a Pendrake's dead body. Aaron.
Well, then just don't think of it.
Protecting the goddamn card. We
don't need to think. We don't need to. We didn't see anything else.
No,
we didn't see anything else.
I need you to start envisioning just one thing.
Calliope, we didn't see anything else. I'm aware of the situation.
I don't think you are, but okay.
Okay,
let's go get interrogated. That's fine.
We just
changing
tell
that
them the
tone
truth.
went so soft. Okay, then.
What does he say? What's happening?
No. It's just Calliope went. Okay, then. He was completely from argument to soft and. Okay, I believe you. I agree with you. Just get the hell out of here.
Well, we're already in it now. We've reported it now. Tyrese isn't here. Tyrese is with his lady.
That was Chris. That was out of character.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to chase you. I mean, seriously, I just came along to, was it escort Scarlet or come to have a chat with Scarlet, but yeah,
Are y'all
exactly.
leaving Beaufort again?
Yes, I am, and I'm kind of, upset with Blanche.
Why are you upset with Blanche?
Oh yeah,
What'd I do?
because you never smoked a pipe before.
I grabbed the pipe from the thing, remember?
Exactly. It's like never smoked.
Yeah,
Hey, you know what? Why not,
right.
Well, I
Bob?
grabbed it before then, though.
Oh
Uh-huh.
my God, Tyrese! Like, yeah.
I
You've
mean,
never
seriously,
smoked a pipe before.
It's like
But my lady comes over.
You just go woo my lady. You
your
offer
own
a
pipe?
night on your back. What? There's no loyalty amongst
Yo,
staff
but
here.
you walk so slow. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
I was the
things to
guy
do.
with the pipe.
I
Satyr
mean,
chatter.
it's
I can't read.
like a block and a half from the guild to the forge. It would have taken you guys easily like a half hour, 40 minutes going at her pace just to walk that. Like,
my
she has
Adorable.
0% urgency
That's why I said
levels.
5 minutes in.
Negative
I go,
urgency.
What is her
Alright.
stride? Like,
that was
what is
Branch's
her
face
stride?
for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
She's an elf who also wears fucking 4-inch heels, so
Jesus Christ.
And also,
She has a Gucci
Yeah.
bag.
Gucci basketball.
Is
And
is
also
Aaron immortal?
she's kind of like the no, not
Ooh.
stuck up, but the nobility type. So obviously she's not gonna rush anywhere.
Centuries, yeah.
So
I would and I would
so
assume
Aaron, are
half
you gonna
elves are
live
like
half of forever?
yeah, I was gonna say like half elves are somewhere in the middle, right?
Half elves usually, half elves and dwarves have the same lifespan between like 300 and 500 years.
Oh, okay.
It depends on which one is
Aaron,
the
you're gonna know my
half.
great grandbaby. My great grandbaby.
From what I
Um,
understand, if
You
the
now officially have to be their godmom. This
if
Well,
the
I
is
have
woman is the elf and the guy is the was it the father, then half elves live for about 5. If the roles genders are reversed, then it's only 200.
oh wow.
I'm just kidding with you. I just made the shit up.
Yeah. Well, I would have believed that if you had said that.
I know. That's why I
You
clarified.
said it
because
with
like,
such
oh,
confidence.
I didn't know.
I'm dead. Branch noticed Sirius grimming him, and I was like, Branch goes, "You look tired. Would you like a ride also?"
Like with your lady on my back. Wink wink, nudge nudge.
Yeah. And just sit on the back behind Lady Scarlet, and just, do you mind if I, how do you say that? Put my arms around your waist, so I don't fall off, or that kind of thing.
For stability and
For
nothing else.
safety, yes, for safety.
For safety.
I start
Yes.
to gallop more aggressively. I don't
Yeah,
go
that's why.
faster. I just hop higher. I'm,
Keep
I'm
trances.
slightly skipping.
oh, you're doing a nice this will try.
A nice little canter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice little trot. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely would allow you to keep her safe as she is riding side saddle. So she would definitely like scooch closer to you just for ease of riding.
What a gentleman. Keeping
Oh
her
yes,
safe
of course.
as they ride. His dad's senses are tingling.
Something like that. Yeah.
Does he even have children? Does Gopher even have kids?
No.
Mm. Ah, right.
As we shift scenes again, as you guys are all making your way back to the Adventurers Guild on Branch's back, and Beaufort heads towards the Merchants Guild. Uh, Aaron and Calliope, over the few minutes
Oh,
that you
boy.
guys have been waiting for a truth seeker to essentially be called out, you notice that there has been quite a bit of traffic in the Adventurers Guild. A lot of cloaked and hooded fellows sitting at close by tables, and much more of a presence of armed guards that all bear a gold plated banner on their shoulders.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Think we saw nothing, Aaron?
We didn't see nothing. What did you
And
What?
as the mousy guild attendant comes back, he goes, I have been able to reserve
Truth Seer Galia. She'll be with you momentarily. Please follow me to this room, and we will get this straightened out, and we can try to have you out as soon as possible. And she goes over and opens up this wood door with a bronze handle, and swings open. You see a very clean, it's essentially like a meeting room. It's got a table in the center that's kind of like a knee-high table, rectangular in shape. And there's two couches as you see the far door open up, and you see a elderly woman clad in gray with chain necklaces around her neck, shoulders, arms, and even the rings that she wears have like little chains attached to them. As she looks up, seeing you all with her very pale blue silver eyes, and goes, "Why, hello, it has been a moment since we've last talked. Come, let us talk and get this nasty and unfortunate business out from us."
Can we say, before we walk into this room from which we may not return, can we say retroactively that before anything happened today, that as like part of her morning routine, Erin cast that mage armor on herself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, tight. Just in case.
You know the usual. Take a shower, brush your teeth, cast mage
Cast
armor.
mage armor, yeah. Because yeah, no, let's follow this woman into this closed room with no witnesses. Sure, let's do that.
That's Grandma Truth. She loves us. I'm more worried about the guards because they're worried about what we're gonna tell her.
Yeah, no, I'm also a little concerned about that. Can we, by the way, are you mind linking with me to say this, Calliope, or are you just saying this?
There, collapsing mind links with Aaron, and
Thank God.
I don't know why you're freaking out about Grandma Truth. I'm more worried about the Pendrake assholes that just decided to pull up because we decided to report a party member missing.
Worried about her. I'm worried about them too. Because I also, I noticed them. I'm glad it's her, because if it were anybody else, we might have a problem, but
Yeah, I
she
was a little
seemed,
scared too, I'm gonna be honest. Luck of the draw there. Somebody
yeah,
else's.
out of character. Is it luck of the draw, or is Mitch lulling us into a false sense of security? Who's to say?
He hasn't made the gremlin noise, so I'm going
Yet.
to say luck of the
Yet.
draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yee.
See? Anyway, back in character and back in our minds, like looking around the room at the guards, and I look at Calliope and I'm like, okay, let's do this. And I walk into the room. Is she following?
Yeah,
Are you with me, Calliope?
Calliope follows.
Okay.
As the guild attendant closes the door behind the two, joining you in the room, she puts a file.
What's a what?
Alia, please, if you would just guide them through the paperwork and see if you can glean anything that would be deemed nefarious, that would be great. I'll leave you all to it. Again, my condolences, and she quickly makes her way out of a third door on a different wall and begins to prepare tea, I believe is what she was going to do. As Truthseer Galia looks at you with her silver and blue eyes, her hair, her white silver hair tied into a loose bun, she looks at you and goes, "Well, you all seem to have had quite the adventure over the last few days. So, what happened?" Then she kind of like looks between the two of you, and you feel this like weight on your shoulders. It's not like stifling or threatening. It's just the weight of her presence in the room.
Mm.
There a place to sit.
Oh yeah, there's a couch on either side of the table. She's already sitting on one side of the couch and is preparing like an ink quill and ink for the report as she looks between the two of you.
Calliope is going to take it upon herself to sit down near Dahlia. Well, we were on our way to do a super secret mission, and we got sidetracked in this awesome dungeon. And while we were down there, Noodles was protecting the cart, and I'm not gonna say he failed, but he's dead, and the cart was compromised, and Calla was taken from us.
Calla Noodles were the ones that you graduated with via the Marionettes dungeon.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
And this Hal, he was one that you picked up along the way.
Yes.
Wait,
But
I
never-
didn't mention how.
You didn't?
Neither did I.
Oh, apologies. I thought I heard Hal's name. My apologies.
No. I thought that was
scratch
just the truth
scratch
seeker.
the Hal comment. As she
I
looks
thought the
between
truth
the
seeker
two.
was on
like,
with
wait
already.
a second here.
I thought
As
she was
she
just,
looks
like, already in our mind.
No, for
as
real.
she looks between the two of you and nods. What else was at the combat sites? Did you pick up any affiliations, colors, banners, mercenary marks, anything that could identify the attackers?
Lifey chews her lip and looks over at Dahlia. I think it's in my best interest to say they were hidden.
I see.
That is true. Actually, any affiliations to any other parties were indeed hidden from our site. And that is the truth. Like, that is actually out of character. That is what happened. We originally thought they were just mercenaries until certain things were made apparent to us.
So, on a secret mission to locate something along the way, you all were attacked. Were you in a point of interest, or were you just at camp?
It was
We-
we got a little sidetracked by a temple of sorts.
On our way to a point of interest, we were sidetracked, and when we came back to the road and back to our cart, we found Noodles' body and evidence of a fight.
Do you by chance remember what temple this place was devoted to? Or was it just dilapidated?
Well,
Aaron's gonna look at Calliope, like,
it's one of the grandmama goddesses. She's not really she's not really served much anymore. I believe her name was Gaia.
Ah,
Yes.
I see. So you were to the south.
By your recommendation, Truth Seeker.
You remembered. Good. Good.
Yeah, I totally remembered that. Totally didn't completely forget about that. Again, this is out of character. I'm not saying this to her face, but yeah.
Were you able to retrieve young Noodles' body and any other of his artifacts?
We did.
Yeah.
We were able to secure it. It's being kept safe.
Leave Calliope, unless I'm very much mistaken. You're currently wearing his shadow cloak, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Might I ask how he perished? If you know.
We do not. Uh,
We don't know the specifics.
yeah.
We weren't witness to the specifics, but judging by the aftermath, it appears he was killed violently. By something or someone.
If memory serves, Noodles was accompanied by a mouseling.
He was, yes.
Has he made it out alive as well? Or is he dead as well?
Quietly reaches into her bosom and pulls out a little handful of udon.
Galia will reach out her hand as if to take young Udon from you for a moment.
Young udon.
Out of curiosity, was that name picked on purpose or just by complete, I don't know, chance?
I imagine it was picked on purpose because it's Udon Noodles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Why would you name a mouse with Japanese dish?
Unless, you know.
He's
Yeah,
a
I
mouse
figured that
of
was on purpose.
culture.
He's worldly for one so small.
Oh, I see.
Blackie's gonna hesitate a little bit, and she's gonna mind link with Noodles or Udon. Hey, you okay if I hand you off to Grammy Drew?
You hear an inhale before you hear like Udon kind of like turns and like looks at you in the eye and goes, "Yes, I believe that Truth Seeker Galia will be able to get to the bottom of such problems."
Calliope is stunned by the eloquence of Udon.
Are we shocked though? Like, again, he's a dapper little gentleman. Of course that's his voice.
Calliope holds out Udon with more confidence. Here you go.
I love
Uh,
him.
Before he jumps over to Galia, he goes, "My apologies for the silence. Sir Noodles had me sworn to secrecy to not reveal myself to the compatriots until the time was right."
Wait, can I hear this too? Is he just speaking common?
No, he's speaking in his head, into her head.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. No, he says it out in common, but you'll notice he has a Marquesian accent.
Speak common?
The Marquesian
Oh
accent.
my-
So he's nobility.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Oh, wow, Udon.
Now I have just one question. Noodles. Oh yeah, look, fuck it. I was talking about the udon and things. Now I just had to say out the name Noodles, and then kind of clicked for me too. Never mind. Better late than never.
Way late to the party.
Yeah. I know.
Mm.
No, I completely didn't realize, but never mind. So was it like a heist to steal the mouse, or from a, I don't know,
No,
prominent
we
family, or
saved
just
him. Oh.
not
Yeah,
noodles, but the
you
mouse?
guys were never privy to how Udon and Noodles actually met. So
Ah.
yeah, as far as you know, they were just the delinquent duo of the party. And now that yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
probably yes.
Ah.
But
By the way,
go ahead.
did he say Sir Noodles? I'm sorry.
Yes,
Like Noodles was a knight?
of sorts.
And we're just learning this
seriously?
now.
Well, I
Tight.
mean, he left before his background was revealed, I guess. So
True.
I mean, you're still here and your background isn't revealed. That's serious.
yeah,
So,
but
A great point.
that's true.
But as he
that's serious. Sounds like you owe us a story over some drinks. Florida.
But as Udon apologizes to Calliope, he gives like a knightly salute and then moves over to
Truth Seeker Galia's hand and kind of on two legs, just kind of like stands at attention.
Like a little people.
He's a mouseling. He's people.
He stands like a people.
Sounds like a people is right.
But with that, Lady Galia kind of puts her hand down into her lap and, still with the other hand free, begins like taking notes on the paperwork of the conversation and goes, "What are your plans to do with Noodle's body and other aspects of himself, items, loot, coin purse?" And she kind of like looks at you all with this question with a slight bit of severity.
Like the gestures to the or tugs on the page. Well, I think we kind of divided his earthly possessions amongst the party.
She makes a
We
note
had-
of that.
We had come to the conclusion that that was what he would have done if any of us perished. And so it's what he would have wanted was our
I knew
estimate.
it. I
We could be
so
wrong.
knew it. It's like, it's what he would have wanted. It's like, he was a thief. He would have never wanted that.
He wouldn't have taken from any of us. It seemed fair at the time.
It was in his spirit. It was in his honor. We robbed him.
Trying to steer the conversation back to something resembling respect for the dead, Aaron's gonna pipe up and also add, we are also planning to give him a proper burial, if that helps at all. Though we don't know if he worshipped any gods or if he did, which ones they were. So as far as funeral rites go, we're not entirely sure how to go about that. Udon, do you know anything? Since you can talk,
Sir
apparently.
Noodles was a devout follower of the Lady of Luck.
Of course he was.
Sounds good.
That sounds right.
I mean, we set him on fire. Do we flip a coin and decide whether or not we bury him?
We do not set him on fire. Oh my god, Calliope.
Sir Noodles was very fond of warm places.
So
We
why
do
not
set him
set him
on fire?
So cast him in a furnace.
She's just looking like frantically from Udon to Calliope and then back to Truth Seeker Galia, hoping she's not gonna get us all arrested for this.
She's taking notes of the entire conversation.
Of course. We're in so much trouble. We're in so much trouble. I feel like I'm in the principal's office. This is terrible. Oh.
Yeah, look back at Udon. So, sworn to speak, sworn to silence. All right, Lady Luck. All right.
What
So
are the
are we
funeral
flipping a
rites?
coin and deciding whether or not we're burying him?
Or burning him? Like, what are
Yeah.
the funeral rites for Timora followers? I don't know. Bofer would know. Bofer's not here. Damn it. Damn it.
Do we bury him with money? If we bury him to gamble with on the other side?
That, I mean, we have enough of it to spare. I'm sure we could, if that's what it takes. His share, at least. Maybe we bury him with his share of the gold? She's just spitballing out loud at this point.
We bury him with his share of the gold that would have been from this endeavor, or his
I
share?
don't-
He wasn't there for the wine.
I
And
don't know.
Oprah was there for the wine, so like maybe.
But he did sign on for the mission with the wine. So, like, it would be his share,
That is
even
his money.
posthumously.
Yeah, that's
That
his
is his money.
That's his
We're
money.
just,
That's his money. We bury him with that money. Okay.
we're just having a whole conversation in front of this woman who holds our fate in her hands. Like, she's
Just-
not even there.
question. Signed up for the wine thingy, but did he actually get there?
Oh,
No, but he was contracted
So
with the rest of us, so that would have been,
so is
if he had
Alan.
lived,
She's
that would
not
have been
getting any
his.
money.
okay, so here's the thing. So
Yeah.
let's say I decide to help you with something that you would get like 5,000 gold, okay? But
Yeah.
then I decide that I don't feel good, so I stay behind and enjoy the services of the inn while you do the deeds. Then you come back, deliver the goods, and I get the 1,000 gold that is supposedly my portion.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between calling in sick from the quest and dying en road to the quest, I think. Like, out of respect
What?
for him, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
right, like Irish Wake. Mm. Again,
Yeah.
that fits Noodles
See,
perfectly in
that's the
retrospect.
thing. We didn't know Noodles tonight. We knew Noodles, the con artist, and quite frankly, that's who we're honoring.
Yeah.
Udon coughs and goes,
Sir Noodles was a knight at heart.
Mm. Well, if you would hurry your ass back to the guild.
As Galia looks back at you, she goes, "And how are you made aware that your companion Kala was stolen, lifted?"
She was. We left her at the campsite with Noodles. She was not there when we came back, and there were drag marks.
Did you follow these drag marks to a location where either track marks were found or a body?
Um,
Out of
I
character, did
can't
we?
disclose.
Because
Go for it,
I
Evan.
forgot if we did.
That means it wasn't traumatic enough. I must do a better job.
Well, I was a little more focused on the fact that Noodles was dead. It was plenty traumatic.
I must do a better job. That's crazy.
Right. But I can't remember if we followed the drag marks to the the bodies or
So
what.
they were short. So Tyranny told us, Tyranny was able to see that they had teleported basically. Oh no, you
Yeah.
found out, Aaron, that they had teleported east. With
Yeah,
like,
and then Tyranny took us there, wasn't she? Or didn't she?
Mhm. Wait,
Tyranny
how did
used
I
a
controls the
divination
magic.
spell to essentially show you guys a cart with Hal and Kala on it before
Mm.
the mist overtook the cart, and then they wound up in the next scene at a foggy but sunny desert location.
Right. What was I doing before she showed us that though? That I like what did I do again? Fuck.
I think
There
you
was a ritual in
skipped
there
that
somewhere.
session.
No, I
that
was
might-
there for that. I've just slept since then.
I think you were gathering up the contents of the cart, and I think you were also looking for what happened to Noodles. I think you were investigating like the area that was affected by like illusion spells, because a lot of the Pendrake bodies were covered with mercenary illusions. So the
Right.
gold and red colors were covered up by blacks, grays, and whites.
Right.
Yes, there's like a lot of illusion magic. I think you were the one that broke most of those illusions. So I think that's
Did I-
what you were doing, was shattering the illusion of the actual scene that uncovered Noodles' body and the overturned cart and all of the bodies that were surrounding Udon as he mercilessly slaughtered them.
No, I remember now. No, because I don't have Dispel Magic. I caught on to the fact that they were illusions. It was either through Detect Magic or Identify, and
And
then
you
Tyranny
pierced through
cleared
them.
it all up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now. Okay.
So Calliope
So
is
I caught on that something was wrong, and then Calliope's girlfriend fixed it. And then we found
Yeah.
Noodles' dead body.
Oh, we are labeling
So-
it now.
Mm.
um
He's been calling
Yeah.
her baby mama.
I
Well, it's
love
not
my
the
baby
same thing,
mama.
isn't it?
I'll never let her go. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Fine.
Anyway,
All right,
just
fine.
so we know. Just so we know. I don't want to end up in trouble with the demigod.
I was
You-
I was
You got
knuckled
your
up
own
with
demigod.
her. I think I'm kind of in a thing right now. I am the first. I did not take into account I'm the first like romantic connection in 150 years.
You're in an
Yeah.
entanglement.
So- I'm in an entanglement. I'm in a situationship. We not gonna talk about it that deep.
A situation
Remember when I
that
said a lady would slow me down?
apparently it has repercussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Every
don't
night
know
I
Doesn't
what.
it
go.
ever?
Yeah.
But
But so anyway,
Yeah.
anyway.
Calliope's gonna look at Galia. So we have it upon a reliable source that we cannot disclose that our friends were absconded to a place that's harder for us to get to than it was their, kidnappers.
When she says reliable source, Erin's just gonna kind of put her head in her hands, like, "Oh, you're telling the truth seeker that we can't tell her anything." Okay, I'm not saying that out loud. I'm just thinking it.
Galia nods and goes, I can see that there are magical bindings that won't allow me to pry into certain bits of your memory.
Oh,
Calliope smiles.
oh.
That's new.
Erin, like, she's not gonna say it. She's just gonna kind of perk up at that. Like, I'm sorry, magical bindings?
Probably some sort of contract that you signed. I assume that was the super secret mission, if I'm quoting that correctly, as she like
Yes.
flips back 2 pages of notes and goes, yes, super secret mission. I assume that's what you're referring to.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That was just like thinking to
Calliope's
myself,
gonna
I'm
look
like,
at her glass and take a long sip.
Galia takes a deep inhale and goes, this will complicate matters. We are going to need to require you to stay in town for a few days. Don't
for
leave.
slight risk.
Ask if we can get the materials from outside the gates.
Of course, we'll stay in town. We have business here anyway.
What does that mean? The entire party or just them?
I feel like it means the entire party.
Both
We're
of
all
us
in
not
this together.
Well, you have to spell it out.
He is now. It's on his guild card.
Damn it.
You're in it now. You're involved now.
Nope.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
You're an
That is true.
accessory.
Now who's
You're an
entangled?
accessory.
I'm an
fucker.
accessory, huh? All right.
Accessory to
Yeah.
murder.
Now I'm really glad I'm chewing tobacco, talking to strangers, going to the guild hall.
On the other side of town, away from the nonsense.
Yep.
And as Galia gets up, she goes, I will be keeping your mouseling companion for a few days until this is resolved in entirety.
I'm sorry, what?
VIP
Oh,
frowns. She had a feeling that they were gonna take Udon as like, collateral.
Udon's not collateral, though. He's a member of our party and a
Udon's
sentient
a
being who
hostage
can speak
right
for
now.
himself.
Udon's a hostage right now.
Udon turns in Galia's hand and goes, Fear not, companions. I shall be fine, and I shall steer this into the correct path, so we shall not be affiliated with such dark and shady deeds.
he's not a hostage. Out of character. He is not a hostage. He is about to blab. He's about to
Yeah,
sing like a
but that's
morning
also-
bird.
That's also bad, but like with the best of intentions, he's not selling us out. But like he
No.
could be. But no, he is a hostage. I think. Aaron's gonna stand up, like, Truth Seeker. With all respect, why are you holding him? Why can he not come with us?
This mouseling is not bound by the magical bindings that are currently entwined in all of your brains.
Knew it.
He will be able to guide us in the correct direction and give us information that you are otherwise incapable of giving.
VIP frowns. I don't think that's in our best interest. Why is it in yours?
At some
Aaron
point,
would also. Sorry, I was gonna say Aaron would also love the answer to that, but she says nothing.
at some point in a person's long life, they have to make a decision, especially after bearing witness to things changing for the worse over some time. At some point, one must find their voice, no matter the cost.
And if that voice were to speak out against the Pendrakes, for example, would you still speak?
Ooh.
For the first
Okay,
time,
that
she
is
drops her
question.
professional persona and turns towards you with this, like, this wide smile of, like, anxious excitement and goes, Very much. Especially if it's me. I have more than my fair sets of axes to grind with them, and fear now that I may be in a position to actually do something about it.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
is exactly what Aaron was hoping to hear. Her demeanor changes with that. A lot of the hostility and a lot of the fear for Noodles and for the rest of the party kind of bleeds from her, and she just kind of nods, like, all right.
Life is still on edge about like her baby mama's like identity being blown, or her because she was a Pendrake, what you call it, a Pendrake
Prisoner?
prisoner. Yeah,
Hmm.
that word.
Prisoner
Aaron's
of the-
gonna
of
Aaron's
the
gonna look.
Pendrake. She's a Pendrake. Sorry.
Hmm?
So,
What?
prisoner of the Pendrakes, or she's a Pendrake who was a prisoner?
No, she was a prisoner of the Pendrakes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she was locked up by
Oh, I
them
didn't
from
know
the,
that.
from the look of it.
So she has nothing to fear. Technically.
So Aaron's gonna look from
Fair,
Calliope
fair.
and look back to Galia and just kind of nod, like, I hope when the time comes, Truth Seeker, that we can count on you.
Keep your cards close to your vests. You will be watched with intent. And she gives both of you like an eye, like, please read in between the words. As she goes, This was, I imagine, something that was meant to be swept under the rug and forgotten.
Seems that way.
I wonder if she knows. Sorry, this is out of character. I wonder if she knows Mason. Because Mason kind of had the same demeanor.
Could be. We don't know. I'm not hearing any gremlin noises. It's usually an indicator.
No, for real.
But as she looks at you with this semi-serious note, her face goes back to her normal seriousness as she goes, "As I stated, please stay within city walls and keep an eye on one another. You will likely be taunted in more ways than one."
Oh, I'm by
As you
myself.
say. Yeah, no, he's by. Yeah, Bofer's by himself.
Oh no.
He went off alone again. This is why we don't split the party.
This is great.
Don't split the party, split the party.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
We
I
were
was
in
not-
city wall, so we thought we were safe. But now Beaufort's a glory hole, and
Well,
That's a
hey, that
target.
wasn't announced,
Quarter of
It's
the
on your
global.
guild card.
but it
It's
wasn't
in
announced.
writing.
But it wasn't announced.
They all saw you
Listen.
come in with us.
There was no
if
public.
the cloak and dagger motherfuckers are looking for the glory holes, you best believe you're on the list.
Hey,
I mean,
listen.
it wasn't
Oh.
announced.
There was no public enema. I think I'm good.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that is true,
He
but
was joking. We
it's
just
still-
share a fucking cup of wine, all right?
and it's
Like,
still
yeah.
stated
we
on
share
your
from the same
card.
barrel.
So every official knows that you are with us now. Just
Question.
Yep.
Speaking of my card, do I still have my old one, or did that lady at the desk take it?
Oh, she took
Lady
it.
at the desk took the old one.
Crap. Okay.
Yep. And she would probably have told somebody higher up that you're on ours now.
Great.
Yeah, even
So
if you
you're in
have the
this
old
shit,
one.
guy.
Love it. Lovely.
You're an accessory.
Once again, chewing tobacco,
After the
talking to
fact.
strangers on my way to the trading guild.
No idea what's coming.
Nope.
You got big storm coming.
So, as Galia releases you from your questioning, at this point you would see Branch, Tyrius, and Scarlet all kind of waltz in. You guys who are just joining the Adventurers Guild would see Calliope and Aaron walk out from a private side room. I imagine they look slightly flustered from the questioning.
Bacon.
You, as the adventurers, would notice that there are a lot of like hooded and cloaked figures kind of randomly placed throughout the room, along with at least a table. There'd be how many? Let's see here.
Oh god.
As you see, 7 of the Pendrake private military, all kind of sitting between 2 tables, keeping an eye out as you all regather. And as I assume you guys go to a table, you guys would see Tierney and Morgan still talking intently as Scarlet jumps down off Branch's back, and with her very leisure stroll, eventually makes her way over to the table and sits down and sparks up her pipe, pronouncing the spell Igni Minor, as another spark emits from her pinky finger as she lights her pipe.
Still cool.
Tyrion is going to go as like, oh shit, I didn't know pipe can do that.
Aaron's gonna look at the guys and look at Scarlet and be like, hey guys, where's Bofer?
Yes.
Both in a row.
Bofing around. That's crazy.
Nice.
Bofing
Okay.
around.
Aaron's gonna look. By the way, do we recognize any of the? Would we recognize any of the Pendrakes in the room? Would any of them be familiar to us?
So from what you can tell, these guys just have the Pendrake badge over their right shoulder. So this would be part of their private military. So these are just like essentially the soldiers or the private town's guard of Yet Oder.
Okay, so they're like hirelings. They're not actually like Gaston's
Yeah.
inner circle or anything. Okay,
Yep,
cool.
just hirelings.
Okay, well that's 1 point in our favor. No, none of these guys actually like know us personally, but they know us, don't they? Oh boy.
By the way,
But with-
out of character. I am stealing Bofin around. I'm absolutely stealing.
And with that, we'll actually jump over to Beaufort as you find yourself in front of the Merchants Guild, opening the doors, which are wooden with this very unusual metal hinges and door handle. You open it up, and you are immediately assaulted with just chaos. You see people like yelling across the way at one another, people like bidding on items in an auction house. You see people like throwing items and other various things like across the way to each other, along with like coin pouches of gold coins being yeeted at one another. Like it is chaos. It is like the New York stock market exchange, just fantasy style, people literally jumping over one another to get to items. It is mayhem in here.
Jesus.
But you also see at like every table there are fantastic items, mundane and magical. You see weapons, you see armor, you see crafting materials, alchemy supplies, you see trinkets, odds and ends, wondrous items, several potion stalls, random auctions for various items happening everywhere that you look. Like you can't see any place without someone like raising up some sort of like icon to raise a price on something. It is insanity in here, and this is like a pretty big like warehouse styled room, and there are easily a couple hundred people in here.
So this is like a livestock auction.
Yeah,
Okay,
much
great.
more chaotic. Much more chaotic.
Gotcha. So Bofer is going to find an official looking person. And I'm gonna say, hi, this is my first time being here. How does this work?
Much like any other market, really. You see a halfling in a kind of half decent suit sitting on a stool right at the entryway. He goes, just go up to someone, see what they have at their stall. If anything catches your eye, buy it outright, bid, barter, whatever really floats your boat. Auctions happens about every 15 minutes. The deeper you go, the rarer the materials. I hope you got a shit ton of cash on you, kid.
He laughs and goes, "Kid, that's funny." He goes, "Is there a specific area for grimoires?"
Oh man, you're into the fucking deep shit. So you're gonna want to go 3 rooms back. It's gonna be on the left-hand side. You're gonna be looking for a kind of a grungy green dragonborn.
Cool, sounds good. Appreciate you. Real quick, does this halfling? Have I seen halflings around town as I've been walking?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Never mind then. I was gonna say ask if he looked like the halfling that was dead. Anyway, just out of curiosity, I'm wheeling and dealing, and I was gonna trade him some information for some material. Anyway, so I'm gonna make my way back. I'm gonna make my way over to where he said to go. Is this similar to the chaos, or is this just like a specific room filled with like a normal magic shop?
So as you make your way, given the directions, you find yourself into kind of a dimly lit room that has these encased glass pedestals with various grimoires. You see on a little plaque there is like a label of the grimoire's name, some of the various spells that are in the book, along with a price.
Cool. I'm looking for is the you said draconic green scaled draconic guy? Is he there? Is he like a cashier behind a desk type thing?
You see him kind of like head down at the desk, kind of like eyeballing you. He's got these kind of orange tinted cat-like eyes as he looks at you. He has no horns. He looks very much like an iguana, minus all the frills.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in and say, um, "Hi there. My name's Bofer. I'm coming in to look and see if you have any grimoires on removing curses."
Those are often sought after by the Church of Many. We can procure you one for a price, of course.
Sure. I mean, I can pay you in two different ways. If you'd like to hear both options, I got it.
Coin is preferred.
What about boons?
boons are not something I can feed my belly with.
Fair point. Okay, cool. What's the price you got for me?
For a grimoire to remove curse, these will be. Hello.
Oh,
Did
did
I
we lose
drop?
Calliope?
Clive, you busted out of here.
We lost
All right.
Yeah,
Calliope. Oh no.
Oh no! Doom and destruction.
Oh
Uh,
no.
as they look at
No.
you, 1 second. A grimoire of curse removal will be. We shall call it 700 gold.
Ooh, that's steep. Okay. All right. Well, I might have to come back at a later date. Do you usually have them on hand pretty well, or do they kind of take stock and you have to go back and get more later?
This can be scribed, you see. It is
Ah.
not complicated, just time consuming.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, shoot. Okay. I have a problem that with one of my party members, and I got to get this curse off. I don't have the magic for it. Do you know anybody that would be willing to teach me? And I pull out my coin purse, being that I only have 12 gold left. I'm gonna say, you know anybody who would teach me how to scribe it and how to learn it for 12 gold?
For 12 gold, no.
Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. All right. Well, I guess I'll come back at a later date. What was your name? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't ask for your name. What's your name?
Creech.
Greech. Well, hey, it's very nice to meet you. Blessings upon you. And I'm gonna exit the room. I'm gonna head out. On my way out, I'm just gonna take a slight gander at the chaos and see if there's any other what look to be like diamond hearts or other dwarves here, or is it just mostly just like so chaotic I can't really tell?
So I mean, you see all races here. Like, there's no
Oh,
real
okay.
limitation. Like, you see elves, dwarves, halflings. You see Goliath. You see humanoids,
Goliath?
tieflings.
Legit.
You see Tabaxi, Leonin. You see Duragar, deep gnomes. Um,
Would
yeah,
I
they're
would I notice anybody who looks more on the cleric side of things?
Oh, there's all sorts of people in cleric's garb, kind of spread all over the place. Some of them looking at staves, other at like crafting materials. You see some of them there like looking to update their robes and garb. You see them poring over like precious materials such as crux silver. A lot of them are kind of over at the gemstone display where you see a oh gods, this would be a blue-skinned humanoid with golden eyes who is currently dealing with a whole bunch of like gems, and you see there's just a mountain of diamonds behind him.
Hmm. That's a point of interest for later. I'm gonna go find because I can't afford diamonds right now. I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna walk up to somebody who looks like a pretty esteemed cleric, uh, and kind of if especially if they're just kind of meandering and looking. I'm gonna walk up to them and I'm gonna say, "Hi, my name's Bofer. I'm a paladin of the Church of Morodin, and I was wondering, do you teach by any chance? I'm a student of magic, and I kind of I got lost in some adventures and wasn't able to keep up my studies, and I was wondering if you'd be willing to teach me something, if you don't mind.
Who are you going up to?
J- Uh, just somebody who looks like an esteemed cleric.
Uh, you kind of like walk up and ask them this, and they go, I mean, no, I'm kind of busy with my own stuff. I mean, you'll eventually get there. Just look it up. Find someone who be willing to teach you. There should be someone at the guild who would instruct you. You can always hire private tutors. Why are you coming to the merchants guild to beg someone for spells, man? Come on.
Well, the point was I was gonna buy one, but then he didn't take my offer, so that was the point. But anyways, appreciate your help. And as I walk away, I'm so defeated. I'm like, whatever, this place sucks. I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna start making my way back to the Adventurers Guild. And uh, is there a? We still haven't done the turning in of our like wine sacks and stuff yet, or the barrels yet. Um, so I'm gonna make my way to the guild with this simple goal. Like I'll worry about my spell stuff later. He said there's somebody that may be able to teach me at the guild. I'll look into that later. But we still haven't messed with our barrels yet. So on Bofer's mind is like we really need to get our barrels taken care of so I can get my money. And I'm just meandering back, talking to strangers along the way, saying hi, being friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a bit of a stroll and a wander about before you go back to the Adventurers Guild, you eventually find yourself back there, and you would see your table sitting, or see your party sitting at the table, and you would see that there is a lot of like foot traffic in here now. It's now midday, and adventurers are moving in and out fairly quickly paced. People talking business, maps are out, drinks are being had, food, talks of tactics and quests. Um, yeah, and that's where we're going to leave it tonight, as you guys are pretty much at midday now, and you guys have gotten the bulk of your guys' shopping done. We'll start next week with you guys essentially starting in the guild at midday, and we can see where you guys want to go with turning in your Shireton Cellar quest.
Thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. I'm so glad you enjoyed it and stuck out to the end. Come back and see us live on stream, on TikTok, X, wherever you can find Raise the Idols. Come check us out. Stay up to date. All the fun things. It's going to be amazing. What an amazing ride. What an amazing story. And I hope you follow along.